And we are live. Good evening, everybody, from the Combat Culture Studios, somewhere in the greater New York metropolitan area. I'm Matt Ryan, that's Brendan Sokler, and this is UFC 271, the second pay-per-view of 2021. And not only have we not been fired, we got a contract extension! Yeah! We are here for the rest of 2021, and joining us on the other side of the state is our moderator, Stephanie Sotilli, not joining us in studio tonight. All of the Fat Baby is here. But hi, Brendan.
Hi, Matt.
We're in the same time zone for what feels like the first time in 7 years.
Well, I'm going to say, we were in the same time zone for the last show. I was just stuck in my apartment with a cat that ate a Nerf dart that I had to make sure didn't disembowel itself. So in a way, we were close together, but fucking leagues apart. Happy to be back, happy to be with you guys, and happy to be here for such a fucking killer fight card.
We got a banana pants card right now. Jared Vanderaa and Andrei Arlovsky are having our beautiful first fat man fight of the evening. We have a fat guy fight in the co-main event. I'm so happy. I just cannot wait for Derrick Lewis.
Big, meaty boys slapping big meat. It's gonna be great.
That was actually the name of the sandwich restaurant we were going to open, but the Better Business Bureau shut us down before we could even put up the sign.
Did you know you have to refrigerate cold cuts?
Who knew? But you know what? What we do know is we want you to be a part of the conversation all night long, no matter where you are on the Combat Culture Network. So much so that, Brendan, I've added a new thing to the show.
You've added a new thing? Is it a feature? What
it is. When you join us in the chat now, you'll be able to actually see your chat messages.
Holy shit.
That will be a part of the show tonight, so we want you to not only like and subscribe, ring the notification bell if you're watching us on Facebook, or if you're watching us on Twitter or Twitch. Be sure to follow, be sure to like, but also if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe. We want you to ring the notification bell, but also leave a comment. We've got, let's go to the chat right now. We have Andre watching us from Facebook saying, "What's up, guys?" Andrew Scratch saying his diarrhea farts stink, and Adrian saying Baba freaking Booey. Baba freaking Booey to you.
And also to you.
Yeah, so a Baba Booey upon all of us. Today is basically the pregame show for the big game at the end of the season tomorrow night, but let's run through the main card at the end of the first round of the Hack-Parast Arlovsky fight. We got the Vanderaa Arlovsky fight. Nasrat Hack-Parast is fighting in the first fight of the main card, and he'll be facing Bobby Green. That one's going to be a banger of a fight. We also have tonight Alexander Hernandez versus Renato Moycano. That one's going to be a barn burner. I love watching Alexander Hernandez fight. And then Jared Cannonier and Derrick Brunson. A main event on a fight night card.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 3 fights that could be we obviously have a pay-per-view main event in the main event.
Yes.
But the other 2 fights could be ESPN or ABC level main events.
And certainly contenders for fight of the night.
Yeah.
Like, there is a lot of potential in this Cannonier Brunson fight. And you know what? The next fight that we will speak of, I might be the most excited for, honestly.
That would be Derrick Lewis versus Tai Tuivasa, a heavyweight fight for heavyweight humans.
This is one of the... I feel like as wrestling fans, we occasionally get the question of, when you're talking to non-fans, what type of match do you show them to get them engaged?
Yeah.
Without seeing this, because I am not Nostradamus, I think this could be a fight that you end up just showing someone. Being like, would you like to become an MMA fan? Here's a great way.
Do you want to watch people commit violence?
Yeah.
This is the fight for you, and this is the fight for everyone. And it is in Houston. The last time we saw Derrick Lewis in Houston, he did get dropped by Cyril Gane. Not a fan of that happening, but it did happen.
Yep.
Taking a look at the chat. Shout out to Jazzy Boo 1212 LOL watching us from North Carolina. Take your shirt off, spin around like a helicopter. Adrian on Facebook saying Adesanya for the win. So that is our main event. It gets us to our main event. What could be fight of the year?
Yep.
a rematch for the UFC Middleweight Championship. Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker in the rematch.
His name is Bobby Knuckles.
Bobby Knuckles.
Please.
Oh, this fight right now.
It's about as good as you can get within the middleweight division.
Yeah.
Robert Whittaker saying he was not necessarily in the best headspace or prepared to the degree that he wanted to be for Israel Adesanya. Adesanya, virtually untouchable other than his trip up to light heavyweight.
Yeah.
It is a fight where I think either man could win, but I think it's just going to be a fucking banger, and I don't know who's going to win.
And let us know in the chat, in the comments section, who you think's going to be walking out the winner tonight. I will let my pick be known a little bit later on in the broadcast, but for me, this all just comes down to where Robert Whittaker is at physically and mentally. We know the issues that he dealt with.
Injuries, headspace.
Yeah, burnout is real.
Burnout is real. And also, you had George St. Pierre speak to this in such an eloquent way about why he left. Just in terms of the pressures of being a champion are so rough. The expectation is about as high as it can be, obviously because you are the top of your division, and then you are facing the next top person in your division constantly. It's not something where I'm the best at what I do, and now I'm going to face a Girl Scout troop in MMA. It's something where the competition is so high, and every time you're having one of those fights, it's taken a little bit off of what we in wrestling would call your bump card.
Oh, yeah.
You can only get hit on the chin so many times by a Dan Henderson before you don't have a chin. You can only get hit so many times by, these high-level strikers before it starts really taking effect. Even the great Roy Nelson's chin eventually got a little
And you
weaker.
would think with all that hair, it would be fine.
I really did think, and would joke about the fact that the aerodynamics of the beard slowing that down may have contributed a thing. I'm not a scientist.
No, but if you are joining us for the first time, we'll be calling all of the action of the main card right now. Arlovsky and Vander looking very tired. Arlovsky coming in. Both men fighting in the pocket, throwing some hands.
Arlovsky's hands look loose, baby.
Yeah, he looks in a good rhythm, and Vander just looking. He sounds like how Ken Kratz described Avery, sweating, sweat. I just do that because it disgusts Stephanie Sotilli, our moderator.
Good.
The hungover Moth joining us. Welcome back, Moth. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? It's going well. We're glad to be here. We're glad to be live once again. We're going to be live for every UFC pay-per-view this year. And we're excited to see what's going to happen on the card tonight a little bit later on in the start of the show. We will be playing our favorite game, Guess the Time. Guess the Walkout. We'll be doing that at the top of the hour. So if you want to guess the time that the first fight will make its walk to the cage, the game that I do better than pretty much anybody else on planet Earth.
Matt has maybe gotten a little bit of momentum and an unfair advantage.
I'm the king. I'm the Osiris of this shit.
Okay. I also want to throw in another game and caveat to our evening.
Oh, really?
One that I have not talked to you about.
Oh, that's good.
That's
good. The host of the show doesn't know what's going on.
So listen,
that's good.
There's only one way this happens, and I don't know if it happens. And I'm going to preface this with, drink responsibly, kids.
Yes.
I always get a lift home from this neck of the woods. They have been a saving grace.
I also live here, so.
And Matt also lives here, so he lifts himself to his bed.
I walk 5 feet. But
if Derrick Lewis and Tai Tuivasa do a shoey together,
interesting,
I will do a shoey.
Interesting. A shoey for Brendan. Also, project. Joe Rogan in the chat saying, what's up? Well, he is not there tonight due to what they would call schedule conflicts.
Okay. Hi, Joe.
I don't think it's that Joe. But
don't think But so. It looks like him in the photo.
Well, it could be.
It is my familial understanding that means it's true.
Can't explain why that's hilarious, but that is hilarious. Shout out to Dale Rostamo. PJ Simpson asking, is this Sober February or something? Cheers, brothers and sisters. Cheers to you.
Drink responsibly, but also drink good things.
Yes, I am drinking an espresso right now because it is delicious.
Nice. I'm having a Russell single barrel that I'm doing measuredly.
But taking a look at the chat, the Hungover Moth, I want to ask you a question. Is that because of what do you think of the Norm Macdonald joke? But we're heading into the third round of the, and that's a Steph joke. Kevin Sandoval, we already answered that question, but thank you for asking. Vander just looking, he looks like Shane Gillis and Bobby Hill, like an adult Bobby Hill if he was an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan. Right now, the live odds are Arlovsky minus 550, Vander plus 340.
Well, it looks like he has it back, so let's say that his gas tank may be run on propane. Propane accessories.
God damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
But one thing we're actually going to be integrating into the show in the future is gambling odds. We'll be trying to update the live odds throughout the show, so let us know what you think of some of the fights here tonight, some of your best picks in the chat, and I, as a gambling expert, we'll critique them. Kevin Sandoval saying, excited to watch the pay-per-view with you fellas. Well, we're excited to watch it with you. Yeah. And we're excited to watch it with everybody here with you again. Oh, it's Big Mac Dornival's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Also, happy birthday to the birthday bitch himself, Brendan Sokler. Turned 21 again on Thursday.
It's horrible to see. Every year, I lose all knowledge that I get.
Yeah, I'm turning the Scottie Pippen number this year, so I'm not looking forward to it.
There we go. Fucking this match is turning out to be quite the banger.
It is a fun heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, like, the heavyweight division, you're not gonna get the technical skill and the great BJJ. You're just gonna get a lot of large humans throwing hands, and this is like, the heavyweight division of the UFC is the closest thing to the original UFC, because it can just be buck wild. If you're under 265 pounds, you have a shot.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it is. And John Narkval, thank you for thanking us. We thank you for watching us. If you don't want to pay $75, you can watch and listen along with us. We know people are driving, listening to us. If you're at work or if you're out of the house and you don't really want to do that. Shout out to AJ. Love from Boston. Love to you. Do the odds change as they go? Do they lock in at a point? So there's a difference. There's going to be fight odds and then there's live odds during the fight. So if you're betting, the odds will change during the fight, but once you bet, that locks in your number. So whatever you put your money in at, that's going to be the line. And let's go, you know what? Let's go to the chat real quick. We'll take a look at the chat right here. AJ Love from Boston. The Hungover Moth. What Norm Macdonald joke? Okay, after the show, you stay here on YouTube. Stay here on YouTube while Brendan gets pretty. Stay, and then type in Norm Macdonald Moth joke. Do not leave this chat. Do not leave me. I can't handle abandonment right now, but that's what you want to do. You want to look up the Norm Macdonald joke. But if you got questions, comments, concerns, anything else, please let us know in the chat. We got Michael watching us from the Philippines. Shout out to you, Mike, watching us from the Philippines as Vander just slowly, just regrettably wearing the tightest of shorts. Like, as a large gentleman myself, who outweighs either of these gentlemen, I would not wear the skin-tight shorts to the cage.
But it holds the things in place, right?
Yes, but I would wear basketball shorts, like the surfer board shorts. I would wear board shorts in this situation. Nice. Oh, Vanderrock clipping Arlovsky with a left. Mike Beltran, kayfabe in his beard.
If you want your pants to have the punch that was, sometimes you gotta change the sizing. It's not just about loose, it's about cupping.
It could be, yes, it could be cupping. And you can see the cupping on Arlovsky's back. But
my God.
That's one of those things to where I'm never really a big fan of just the tight shorts. I feel like they're constricting.
Yeah. Yeah, I dare say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, well, they can't be overly if Mirko Krokop could take someone's head off.
All right, Krokop doesn't count. Krokop's not a person. I met Krokop.
This is true.
He's the scariest man I've ever met in my life.
So...
Scariest. 1,000% scariest human being I've ever met.
Okay. So, scary bastard? Like, just generally?
Not a bastard. He was nice. He's just scary.
See, Matt, this is where you're wrong, because all Krokops are bastards. He makes jokes. Anyway. Yeah, you know what? Maybe, listen, do we have a subscriber goal today?
Our subscriber goal is as many people watching us right now subscribing. So as many people as... We're setting pragmatic goals in 2022. It's all about the pragmatic goal.
One or more is our goal.
And
but I was going to say, if we had a subscriber goal, I'm pretty sure we could convince me or Matt to put on these types of pants and see how high we can kick test this theory.
No.
Donate to the Super Chat if you want to see me and Matt
donate to the Super Chat if you want to see Brendan do that.
There we go.
I am not a dancing monkey.
Donate to the Super Chat if you want to see me do it, and donate to the Super Chat if you don't want to see Matt do it.
Yeah.
We'll take either way.
Yeah. In the comment for the Super Chat, let us know.
Yeah.
Noel Chavez Aguilar saying no one cares.
You're here. You do.
Yeah, that's
unless you're going, in which case, girl, bye. Let's see. Andrew Scratt, my diarrhea farts smell tasty tonight.
Don't sell for that.
Listen.
Stephen Kelleher joining us as per usual. Thank you, Stephen, for joining us. We are going to be live all night long. We're going to be running through the start of the main card in just a moment. It has reached the top of the hour here in New York City. Or the place that we wrote in the description for the show. So get ready for that. Tomorrow is the Superb Owl. I will be watching the Superb Owl.
What is the Superb
Owl?
The
big game at the end of the season that we can't legally say what the name of it is.
Okay. It's the one where they play with that brown lemon ball.
Yes.
That's nice. Good for them. We watch real fucking sports, like wrestling and this.
Wrestling, mixed martial arts, and football pay my bills, so I am grateful for all of those things.
You are allowed to have some love for football. I can be like, it's real sports, also, like pro wrestling, mixed martial arts, and HBO's The Gilded Age.
You're also from D.C., so football hasn't been a real thing in your town since the XFL left.
Well, here's the thing, Matt. So let's run through a timeline here. I'm born 88, and then what happens to my football team? Not much good after that.
No.
And then let's see, I go to University of Miami. They were pretty good back in the day.
The U was back, as they say.
Yeah, but I went there in 2006 to 2010.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Not great times.
Pretty rough. And then
Andrei Arlovsky getting the win by split decision as they're like, get the fuck out of the cage.
We have things
to do. It is 10:02.
It's a pay-per-view.
We need to show video packages for no real reason. Kyler Sullivan asking, are you showing their fights? 87 question marks. No, we are not. We are not showing the fights.
Said we are.
Thank you, Jazzy Boo.
We're just radio style. It's like when you listen to a baseball game in your car.
And we're not sounding like this during the entirety of the broadcast.
Though if I get asked that again, I might.
Yes. But, Wade Stewart, g'day, mate. How are you guys? How are you, Wade? Glad to have you here with us. Let us know where you're from, too. If you're watching us from Australia or New Zealand, if you're watching us from any of the oceanic countries, or just anywhere in the world, we've got people from North Carolina joining us, people from across the North American continent, across Asia. We want to know where you're from, how you are enjoying the program here tonight. UFC's 271's video package opening with Ron Perlman. Is on the screen right now. We are getting into the meat and bones of the pay-per-view. A big card. And is it fair to say, like, for MMA fans, these are fun cards? But
yes.
Is the super card in MMA a thing of the past?
Yes and no. I think the super card in MMA is something that is reserved very specifically for either expansion or very particular numbers. Your 50s, your 100s, and your Madison Square Gardens, or, hey, we're going to do a show in Saudi Arabia. I don't think they have announced that or doing that recently, but I imagine if they did, it would be a supercard.
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden, I certainly would qualify as a supercard, and that was fairly recently.
But even that show wasn't that big of... Was that a supercard in your opinion?
Well, I think we get into an interesting question here, Matt, of what qualifies as a supercard, because you have one pay-per-view main event, in my opinion, on this card.
Yeah.
2, possibly 3 fight night main events, which makes it a great card.
But that's the thing, like, UFC's matchmaking has been great.
Yes.
But the pay-per-view buys, I think... speak to a fact that they're not at the same level as they used to be. And I think, and this is more of a wrestling fan thing, I think we're in the ruthless aggression era of the UFC. We've witnessed the two the three technically golden ages, the start of the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter Zuffa era, and then the McGregor era. I think we're out of the McGregor era. And we've seen Jon Jones step away from the sport. We don't have a transformative star right now in mixed martial arts, in my opinion. Israel Adesanya can be that guy. There's people who can be that. But for me, it's more about having those pay-per-view cards to where you have the three big pay-per-view fights.
Right. Well, I think also when Jon Jones came into prominence with a light heavyweight division that had been, and still to this day, is... but not to the same degree.
It's hyper-competitive.
Hyper-competitive, full of killers. Same with McGregor. McGregor was able to become a star because he... had the gift of gab. He had the fight prowess to back it up, but he was beating people that people viewed as stars. Not necessarily mega stars, but noticeable actual stars. Right now, do you necessarily view many people other than Israel Adesanya on a actual star level?
No, I don't think so.
Like in terms of cross... outside of the medium, people heard of Chuck Liddell back in the day.
Yeah.
And there was a direct line from who beat Chuck Liddell to how Jon Jones got the title.
And I think it ties into a lot of what we see in the cultural zeitgeist. And I don't mean to get into the weeds on this. I know we're in the opening, out of the opening video package.
Oh, pick a number, by the way.
So that we're gonna get that started now. It is currently 10:06 in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. Shout out to Bradley in Ottawa. Hopefully that whole kerfuffle up there hasn't ruined your life. Hopefully you and your family are well. Wade, thank you for the compliment, my friend. Monk Monty, shout out to you. It was a split decision for Arlovsky. I don't know how the fuck it was a split decision.
Shaq MMA saying Brendan's beard is exhibiting ruthless
aggression.
Is that our former producer, Shaq?
I think it might be.
Hey,
Shaq.
baby.
Hi, pal.
How you doing?
Hi. What's going on, friend? But taking
awesome.
Steph has given her number. She says 10:15.
10:15.
Brendan, how about you?
Let me think about it. You can go first.
No, I won last time.
I know. You can go first, though.
I go last. I get to pick.
It's been a day.
Fine. I'm going to go 10:18.
Great.
Hey, it is Shaq. Hi, buddy. Glad to be joining. Glad you're joining us from the other side of the street now.
There we
go.
go.
Do we have to Jetson Sharks with the other people in MMA now?
Can we get into dance fights? I'd like to.
PJ Simpson donating $20 to the cause. Thank you,
thanks,
PJ. Your shoey, your choice. Happy birthday, Brendan.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, gang. This is going to be a set of bangers. I'm still going to choose 17.
All right. 10-17, 10-18. This is the fun part of the show. You guys in the chat, let us know when the first walkout is going to happen. The first walk to the cage. Right now, Steph has got 10-15. I have 10-18. Brendan has 10-17. So let us know in the chat.
It was a tiny window, but it was the number I had in my head.
You got you got 2 minutes. From 10-16 to 10-17. You've got a good window.
I got a whole 2 minutes, baby, and I can do a lot in that. Oh, it went weird.
Yeah. Jazzy Boo 1212 LOL taking that 10-16 bucket, but it is a fun night here, and we'll be with you all main card long. If you don't want to listen to John Anik, Michael Bisping, and Daniel Cormier, you've got us.
Yeah, or you can listen to them later, because I promise we're probably going to be sillier.
Yeah. Jonathan Roncone saying, I'll take $1, Bob. Fuck you. We do play by Price is Right rules, though. We do play by Price is Right rules. This is my backdoor audition to take over the Price is Right when Drew Carey inevitably leaves it, because I believe they're going to swap it with another heavy-set man who has glasses and a beard.
If you started a Twitter account saying heavy-set man with beard and glasses wants Price is Right, and just tweeted at Drew Carey every day, I think you'd have a shot.
Yeah. Naysayer saying easy to tell which one is the twink and which one is the Papa Bear. Ginger is the twink. We're both gingers,
You got that...
Mary Chang saying 10:16 Pacific Standard Time when Izzy walks out. So that would be 1:16 Pacific Standard Time. How? Also, backdoor. It's not a butt joke, guys. It's a common phrase in the media, which we all remember of the Illuminati.
Yeah. We have decoder rings.
Mm.
I found out my friend's a Mason the other day.
Really?
And I said, that sounds fun.
Anthony Mason from the Knicks?
No, I was like, I'd love to join if I got a super cool decoder ring. They have decoder rings? He had a ring. I don't know if it decodes anything.
Son of a bitch.
But that's enough to get me
But
interested.
I don't want to. I already am I already got enough things.
That's fair.
Like I got
This is the one with the fezzes?
Yeah, no, those are the
Shriners? Yeah.
Let us know if you're a part of any organizations that wear fezzes. We would be interested in joining those. Anything hat-related, I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine with any hat-related things. Yeah. And let us know.
That's my driving force.
Yeah, all things even though we have such lovely hair.
Yeah, it's true. I do believe that we have in studio, by people in the studio, been told we are the most hair-forward, fantastic hosts there are.
Yes. Are there other people that do these things? No? No?
It was a low bar. We step over it, though.
Tuivasa by knockout is plus 225. Lewis by knockout is minus 135.
I mean, can we talk about Tuivasa's chin for a second? Like, how... Let's look at the stats real quick.
I don't think he's never been knocked out.
Right. That was the thing that was in the back of my head was I don't overly remember him getting knocked out.
Actually, he's been knocked out once. He has lost by knockout, submission, and decision. He's got 3 losses. So
I will do 2 shoeies if he loses via Gogo Plata.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, you got to do that. I will find you a shoe.
I was planning on it being my own shoe, so I'm very glad that there's another option.
John Knockrall, to answer your question, one of us already is one of those.
Yeah, no.
And I abstain from all of them. So
just eat bacon in secret. Every Jew I know eats bacon, and not in secret, as a bar mitzvah person.
Shout out to Faux Sushi joining us again. Hardy had him wobbled. Well, he also had the woman he threw onto a bed of guns wobbled, too. Fuck Greg Hardy.
Fuck Greg Hardy.
Mark Marabello asking how to donate. If you are watching us on YouTube and you want to donate to the cause, head to the Combat Culture channel, go to the Super Chat, drop it in the bucket. That pays the bills, that makes sure that we're still employed, it goes towards the budget, and keeps us from not doing this from... my basement and going to another basement, which is a sub-basement.
Listen, goal for 2022, we want to make this the best possible show for y'all. And with each show, we hope to be integrating new and interesting elements and want to be engaged with you guys. So if you want to let us know anything that you're really liking, if you want to tweet at us, by all means, go for it.
And if you do want to tweet at us, our Twitter handles are at the bottom of the screen, at MRyan Consulting, at Brendan Sokler. If you want to follow Stephanie Sotilli, the person keeping things going in the chat, at Steph Sotilli. And also, if you like what we're doing and you want more people to know about it, share the link of what you're watching on social media, tag us. We will retweet you as long as you're not a dick. And that's pretty much it. Stanley Franklin, good evening to you, Stanley. We're glad you're here. We're building the audience out.
Yeah,
we are at 10:13.
One final thing, which is we are real folk over here. And there is the one side of it of we do like being glib and shooting the breeze with y'all. But it does honestly mean the world how utterly great you guys are and the kind words that you say. I've had a lot of kind words over this past week because it's my birthday, and I'm excited to be here, gang. So, yeah, this should be pretty kick-ass. Derrick Brunson on the screen right now. Blonde hair looking fresh.
The ruthless aggression era Shelton Benjamin look.
But will there be any stopping him, Matt?
No! As long as his mama doesn't come out.
That song was
Jack
so
Tobias, just show us the fights, get more views. Then we're taken off the air and fired. Then we don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
We're not here. Well, we're here to entertain you. We're not here to please you.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to watch the fights, there's a link in the description below to how you can watch the fights along with us. Jonathan Roncone wishing you a happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, Jonathan.
Everybody wishing Brendan a happy birthday. Charlene joining us again. Charlene, glad to have you with us as per usual. We got a lot of people who are joining us, whether you're first time or long time. We are so glad you are here. We're working on new ways to get everybody integrated into the show. We do have the new chat function. on here. Can you boys lay down some predictions or what? We're gonna, you know what? Let's do the first fight. The thing about this show is we do the predictions before each fight, not just because we want you guys to keep watching, but also because it allows us to inform based on what's going on over the course of the card. What the fuck is actually going on?
Yeah.
But we'll start off with the main fight, the first fight of the main card. Bobby Green versus Nasrat Haqparast. Green walking into this fight, ending a 2-fight losing streak, both by unanimous decision back in November, getting the win over Al Iaquinta. Green is the -140 favorite. Haqparast is the +120 underdog. Coming off of a loss, Haqparast is to Dan Hooker back at UFC 266. Both of these guys with not that long of a layoff, 3 months for Green, about 4 or 5 months for Haqparast. This one's going to be an interesting fight. Right now, I would go with Bobby Green. I would go with the favorite here.
I'm going with Bobby Green. I have my hopes for Bobby Green. Bobby Green, to a certain degree, for me, is Cody Garbrandt of his division. I saw him, I think in Bellator was when I first saw him, and his movement is insane. It's amazing, and I had incredibly high hopes for him, and I still do. Or maybe even, oh God. I'll remember his name in a minute. Damn it. He's a nice boy, the middleweight.
Seth Rotel joining us from
from
Guelph, Ontario. He'll take the Afghani.
Uriah Hall. All the skill in the world, very flashy, but hasn't necessarily been able to put it together in the high-level competition.
And there's a lot of guys on this card tonight that when it comes to step-up fights, and that's my hesitation with Tuivasa, by the way.
Oh, yes.
That's the thing. It's like him in step-up fights, he's not successful. He's not been able to get to the next level in the heavyweight division because there's a dividing line in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, I mean, with those step-up fights, he's less of a shoey and more of a slipper. But yeah, I really do think this has a lot of potential as a fight. I want to see what Bobby Green does.
It's 10-16 and it's Haqparast. Brendan wins, son of a bitch. Brendan, it's your birthday. You get a gift. You get a gift, buddy.
I needed a win, and this. I hope this isn't the win for me.
I really hope this isn't your only win this week, because that would really suck for you.
It's all downhill from here, kids.
Oh.
This should be super fun, Matt.
Steph, on my own instant feedback, are you fucking kidding me? Naysayer, do these two legends ever talk about female fighters? Yeah, when female fighters are on the card. We just saw Roxy Modafferi retire, put her gloves in the ring.
Beautiful moment.
Yeah, I put it on. I tweeted it earlier. We need more fighters like Roxy Modafferi in mixed martial arts.
This is the first card in my memory where there isn't a...
There is no female fight on the main card for the first time in what feels like forever.
Forever. Yeah. And I'm noticing this now. Thank you for bringing that up, Naysayer. Yeah, that's odd to me.
Yeah, let's run through Haqparast in the cage. Highest signature strike defense among active UFC lightweights, 71.7%. Ninth highest significant strike rate among lightweights at 5.19 per minute. Jesus. Finished 9 of his 13 fights, all by knockout. Haqparast does not like being compared to Kelvin Gastelum, even though they do have a striking resemblance to one another.
Really on the tip of my tongue. But also, another comparison is he looks a lot like a ladybug right now.
Yes, he's got the cupping gimmicks. I will never understand the use of cupping.
I've done it twice. One time it completely released my back. The other time I think someone was very bad at it, and I feel like it poisoned me. I was dead for days. No good.
Charlene asking in the chat, how's the new commentary booth without Joe? Well, we watched the fights on mute, so... I got to listen to a little bit of the prelim card while setting up the studio. It was pretty solid. They've done pay-per-view cards without Rogan before. They did a few in the last few months without Rogan. Yeah. Because of what's going on. Things in the world.
General reasons.
And Bobby Green getting the fancy camera shot on the walkout, throwing his gear out, just tossing stuff out to the fans, going full Antonio Brown on the walkout to the cage, just showing off his abs, all eyes on him.
I'm worried that he might slip in his drip right now.
Oh yeah, don't Don't get too overconfident, buddy.
The swag game on point. I love it. I'm here for it. Please don't get knocked out in 3 seconds. Otherwise, this will be very
Cody
embarrassing.
Burke bringing up an excellent point. Weird he's not there in Texas. He lives in Austin. I really wonder what those scheduling conflicts were.
You know, there's reasons. I just can't Spotify it. It's something.
Rate, review, and subscribe.
Yeah, please do.
There's not enough coffee in my cup, so when I make a sip, it's like takes way too long because I'm drinking out of my fancy NHL 1996 All-Star Game cup that I stole from the NHL when I worked. Well, I didn't steal it, but it was there. Second, Hack Press was 6th. Bobby Green 2nd in most significant strikes in UFC lightweight history with 1,216. 7th highest strike rate in the division, 5.56. Right behind Hack Press, 10 wins by knockout, 8 by submission.
So I had 2 thoughts in a row here. One,
good for you.
Thanks, babe. There are things that I look at in a fighter in their walkout that are indicative to me of things. Someone who comes in super angry, super focused, could mean fucking anything, but Bobby Green looks loose.
Yeah, he looks ready to go.
And like he's having fun, and I think that does make a difference. The thing that immediately followed that was he's had this swagger, this bit of a dance to him, and he put some of the Vaseline in his nose. I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen that swagalicious of a nose picking before, but I respect the game.
Both of these guys want to fight. Like,
yeah.
Hackparast and Green are just like, they're mean mugging. Let's go to the tail of the tape. Green 35, Hackparast 26. Hackparast, both men 5'10". Hackparast has a half-pound weight advantage at 156. And a 1-inch reach advantage, 72-71 for Green. Travis Tarr in the chat saying Hackparast going to calf kick early and often. We're looking out for that. Shout out Mark Norman. Just a random reference. Douglas Abramsky saying subtle. Yes, that was a subtle joke. And
Bruce Buffer
my
suit.
God, dressed like every stepdad at a quinceañera that I have ever seen. Just crushed velvet pleats on the breast, and then just the sweet pattern, the hotel ballroom pattern on the jacket. Just random crowd shots. Who the fuck is producing the show tonight? They're making a lot of choices. And the last time I went on a rant about how bad production was, it was the Triller show. Okay. The first Triller show.
Okay.
So.
I don't know if that's the last time you went on that, but that's okay. At least in this sport. Anyway, so I feel like all of Bobby Green's swagger went into Bruce Buffer's suit. Like, dude, I need to know.
It's a fucking Horcrux.
I need to know where he gets these things.
He's got to get them custom made off the strip by some old Italian man named Silvio who just makes suits for him and his brother.
Yeah, I like that. I also like to think that he just steals the curtains from his hotel room and then tailors it himself.
He has a singer in his carry-on. Like, the only thing in his carry-on is a singer machine.
Yeah. I like that. I vote yes.
Let us know in the chat who you got in this fight. I'm Matt Ryan. The other person's Brendan Sokler. Mike Beltran working back-to-back fights. I guess they just were out of refs.
Yeah.
But I love Mike Beltran, but it's just random. Also, just weird additions to the octagon where they have the gimmicks on the side now, letting people know what round it is. It seems superfluous. But here we go. Hackparast and Green, round 1. No glove touch. No respect. And Green coming out, throwing a left hand and missing. Guard really high for Hackparast, circling around the octagon. Green controlling the center.
Green also having his guard real low. The hands are real low, and it looks like he's playing the accordion.
Yeah, he is doing the grinder act right now. Overhand left, missed by Hackparast. Tried to get him on the follow-through with the right hand, not landing. Straight left by Green. A lot of laissez-faire stuff from Green here. Early 1920s American economy here from Green, a laissez-faire style. 4:23 left to go in round number 1. Green throwing some plotting shots. Hackparast moving and keeping his hands really fucking high.
Well, they're really fucking high, but Bobby Green is also finding his distance with that, and he is, like, tagging him a little bit.
And the interesting thing is, Haqparast has the distance. He has the 1-inch reach advantage, which isn't much. But it feels like Green is making better use of the distance over a minute gone by here in round number 1.
Well, I think that also Bobby Green poses a very interesting set of problems for any fighter, particularly if you're a straightforward fighter.
Oh, we got an eye poke. Minute and 11 in, and an accidental eye poke from Haqparast to Green, and he'll go to his corner, and we'll plot around for 5 minutes. Naysayer, Grinderack, you guys, you're just reaching and looking for stuff. I was talking about an organ grinder.
Yeah.
Not that one.
It's too much around, man. Just stop reaching.
Wow, you walked right into that one. Also, it's not going to be Culkin tonight. It's going to be Seth Green, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the hair.
And the first sign of respect between both fighters, we'll get back to the action here in round number 1. Overhand left followed up by a right by Haqparast. Haqparast stepping in. Green having to pull back on a right hook attempt. Pardon me, a right uppercut attempt. Straight left landed by Green. Ooh, some quick exchanges there. Both lefts missing by either fighter. 3:30 left to go in round number 1. Green controlling the center of the octagon. Haqparast having to circle. Both men getting a little closer inside now is Haqparast not using his reach, not throwing a lot of shots, having to get inside. Green throwing another left hand through the guard. Right hand missed and another eye poke. This time Haqparast to Green. And
You know what they say, Matt? If you poke me in the eye, I'll poke you in the eye. That's an old biblical phrase.
Eye for an eye.
No,
And
I don't think it's that.
It's not that. It's an eye. You
If
poke.
You
Oh,
poke me in the eye, I poke you.
I've never read it, so I'm gonna trust you and
Okay.
trust it you say.
Good.
And we'll get back to action here. Both men getting warned by Mike Beltran. You do that shit again, I'm beating you both with my beard. And we will get back to the action here. Both men standing in the center of the octagon. Green with his hands down. Haqparast keeping that guard up. Right hand thrown by Green. Gets through the guard. Green, the more comfortable fighter here. Haqparast trying to find any rhythm. Ooh, another straight right. That one gets through. Body kick that time to the midsection by Green. 2:53 left to go in round number 1. A left hand that time by Green. Overhand lefts and rights missing. Green on his bicycle stepping out of the way. Great effort here by Green. Leg kick by Haqparast, the first one of the fight. That one hurt like a son of a bitch, and I'm a few time zones away. Missing with the right hand is Haqparast. Shot to the body by Green. 2:35 left to go in round number 1. Missing with the right ball. Ooh, a left hand, though, by Green. Snapping that jab with the left and right. Coming through with the right hand. Missing again! Green gets caught, but will circle away. An overhand left landed by Haqparast. Caught him with the right body kick. Green coming in. 2:20 left to go in the round, and this one's starting to pick up.
I mean, it's an interesting thing, Matt. When I see Bobby Green do well, it's usually when he has this amount of movement. But a thing that is happening is Haqparast's leg kicks are well known to be very good, and if you keep putting your front leg out like that and doing these mini advances, you're leaving it exposed. And as he keeps doing this pattern of the Shaquille O'Neal shimmy shake, he's getting into patterns that Haqparast is identifying and able to close in on.
And Haqparast getting inside, getting Green on his back foot. A few moments ago, Green just passed the most significant strikes in lightweight history, passing Evan Durham with over 1,226 uppercut blocked by Haqparast. Minute 39, feigning the switch of stances, missing hard does Haqparast with that leg kick. And now Haqparast stepping in, overhand lefts and rights. Green keeping the guard up. Green just keeping his hands flying, looking like a young Cassius Clay, having the hands down, looking to fuck around and find out. Haqparast landing a few shots, Bobby Green talking that shit, and then gets caught with a left hand, sent back a little bit, but Green will not deter, keeps talking that talk. 1:14 left to go in round number 1, keeping his hands down, and Haqparast trying to figure out the enigma wrapped inside a riddle, wrapped inside a vest. That is Bobby Green. Leg kick by Green, overhand right, pardon me, left, missed by Haqparast. Green just trying to whittle away, throwing strikes where he can. Missing a double jab is Haqparast with the right hand. 55, a leg kick again. Hitting him with the whoopsie from Mortal Kombat. Punch to the body. Goes downstairs and then 2 shots upstairs. Haqparast landing a left. He's looking to have a little bit of raspberry jam around the mouth.
I mean,
42 seconds left to go in the round.
It's really something in just how fast Bobby Green's hand speed is. We've talked about this with these jabs straight up the middle from some of these faster fighters. Can cut through even the tightest of, here's the bread, here's the meat. And goddamn, Bobby Green's doing it. But it seems like Haqparast is also hopefully waiting him out so that he tires out with all this movement.
He's trying to boxcar him. 23-10 in terms of significant strikes for Green. Haqparast trying to step inside and missing hard with a right hand. Right hand was Green. Not able to land there, and thank you, Seth Rotel. It was Dunham, not Durham. I misspoke there. And a little bit of swelling around the face of Haqparast, who misses and kicks the octagon, and not Green. And Green continuing to tag Haqparast, who's got a big lot of raspberry jam right around the nose.
Oh, absolutely. He's looking a little bloody around the eyeball, which I don't know if you knew this. It's not fun.
No.
To have blood in your eye. Bobby Green looking pretty good. A little bit of crown on his nose.
He's going to stand.
He's chilling. He's keeping... Well, not chilling. He's keeping his heart rate up right now as he's in a flow state. He's in a groove. And he's really just picking off at the head.
Yeah, and you can see there's a cut. They're trying to... underneath the left eye of Haqparast. Right here where my bags are.
Yeah, and you have it on the side of Bobby Green's nose. But this is the jab strategy from Bobby Green is really fantastic. Yeah. It keeps Haqparast away from a distance where he's a bit more uncomfortable to do a leg kick, and it's also regularly jostling the brain inside the skull, so he's getting a harder time figuring out distance. It's also hurting. It's taking away the chin. And then whenever he does get his focus, you got Bobby Green just shimming in his face. Where am I supposed to punch?
And Green's been able to counter, and also shout out to the chat. Let's take a look real quick. PJ Simpson, Bobby's landing at will, but he's going to get caught. Well, he hasn't been caught so far. It's going to be a while, and with that busted up nose, don't know if that's going to be a thing. We're heading in the round 2 here in Houston. I'm Matt Ryan. That's Brendan Sokler. Haqparast keeping his hands up, and Green just trying to punch through the guard here, just throwing combinations through 3 rights, and then follows it up with the right-left-left combination. Throws through the left again. Minus 295 for Green, plus 210 for Haqparast right now on live betting. So if you're looking to get in some money on Green, or if you're trying to get some money on Haqparast, now's the time at plus 210. And that nose is starting to bleed again, Brendan. Even though he's got the guard up, Haqparast getting tagged, missing with that right hand, but punching through the guard. He's just going to keep plowing through. Just keep plowing through like me with anybody I've tried to date. Just keep bothering him and bothering him and bothering him. You just got to wear him down. I would not suggest that for anyone. Head kick by Haqparast, and Bobby Green wipes the dust off his shoulders. The man is disrespectful, and I fucking love it. And Haqparast comes right in with a right uppercut and overhand left. He has decided that he is not going to take this shit no more, and he is going to fight Green, though, continuing to tee off here with lefts and rights.
You know, it's really something utterly fucking impressive to see the movement of Bobby Green like this. And Haqparast coming out with some really solid aggression. I mean, particularly for a little ladybug that would make Lindsey Graham cry. It's fucking fantastic, man.
Right to the midsection, followed by an overhand left and then a kick to the body and 2 more shots from Green. 330 catches! Goes for the Owen Hart Inseguri gimmick. Green catches Haqparast's leg, but he punches his way out of it. Green's back close to the octagon. He does not want to get up against that fence. He does not want to give Haqparast an opportunity to slow down the pace of this fight, or at least have time for Green to slow down his energy right now.
I don't hate this for either of these men to be taking a little bit of a breather because they both seem a little gassed. But I do think right now...
Overhand left by Haqparast, missing with the right hand.
Green is still looking like the fresher man despite the fact that he is in constant motion.
Green got pushed up against the fence, and you're starting to see that raspberry jam coagulate on the face of Haqparast, and he gets hit with another right hook and an overhand left just coming straight in and clean.
Yeah, Haqparast is looking like he's...
Jesus, mother of fuck! Head strikes, 47 for Green, 15 for Haqparast.
This has to be the strategy.
We're at a round and a half in. It's a round and a half in. Oh! Green went for an uppercut, missed, and eats shit from a Haqparast right hand. 2:20 left to go in round 2. We got ourselves a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's also 2 different styles of striking that we're dealing with. Peppered is what Haqparast is.
Pepper.
And then good God, swinging for the fences, Haqparast going after Bobby Green's face.
And I think Haqparast has figured out some timing now because Green's been not... Haqparast getting inside, getting into Green's kitchen, landing a shot there, missing two, but landing one. A leg kick by Green. Overhand left by Haqparast. Gets his Green glancing, trying to get out of the way of that one. Minute 45 left to go. Overhand left again by Haqparast. Just trying to get the timing and the rhythm down. This might be a round that Haqparast is able to steal because he is being hyper-aggressive here. Another right hand from Haqparast.
You know what's really interesting, Matt? To me, a lot of the time, these fast-moving...
Green just threw 5 punches and they're all landing through the guard. Oh, Haqparast with an overhand right.
It's something around the 3-minute mark in the second round of a 15-minute fight that often I see fighters that have had high output in terms of their stance, the Clay Guidas of the world, like lose a little bit of steam for a second. But it's really determinant of what happens in the third round and are you looking like you're losing at the end of the second? Because right now I got Bobby Green up by 2, but if Haqparast gets a takedown or some really strong strikes, I could see it going his way.
Overhand left missing by Haqparast, but caught with a right. Both men under 45 seconds, at 48 seconds, left to go in the round. Haqparast keeping that guard up, but Green again finding a way to tag, get inside that guard, because Haqparast has to keep a bit of it open so he can see head kick. Blocked by Green, 51-25, a 2-to-1 ratio and significant strikes in this round in favor of Green. Haqparast landing a couple of shots there, but this has been Bobby Green's round. You're correct on that, Brendan. Overhand left landed by Haqparast. The later this round has gone, the better it's been for Haqparast, but Green keeps finding a way to land shots, and Haqparast trying to go stride for stride here with Bobby Green with 12 seconds left to go in the round, trying to go strike for strike. That's kind of like going shot for shot with a Scotsman. It always ends badly, and you don't know where you live after.
It was great and you loved it.
And Green and Haqparast will go to round 3. Both men, Green, just straight talking cash shit. You've got a fucking round left to go, guys. You know, and Haqparast just raspberry jam everywhere.
Yeah, no.
Just everywhere.
He looks like he walked out of Sarah Beth's with a to-go bag and fell down. They have very famous preserves. You should go. But
if you're ever in New York?
If you're ever in New York, go to Sarah Beth's, get some brunch, get some preserves. You'll love it. Send some to your mother. Say hi to your mother for me. Anyway, this was great. Yeah. The second round of this fight was utterly fantastic, where we saw Haqparast start to find some of his timing and also deviate from just throwing bones to really mixing up his combinations and getting inside distance. But the movement of Bobby Green, even after 2 rounds of just constantly being in motion,
it just won't stop. He just doesn't stop.
Relentless. He's like Nandor, just fucking relentless. What We Do in the Shadows, great show. Also, my cat's name. He's doing better now, guys.
I need to catch up
able
on
to
that show.
sleep.
That's
been
good.
Great.
Yeah, last show you were not well.
I was on 3 hours of sleep, and frankly, I apologize to you fans for that.
Yeah. Well, you're here now, and we're live, and this fight is live. Shout out to Lauren Heisey, who's joining us in the chat. We are in round number 3, brought to you by Depression, Loneliness, and my watching Jackass Forever on Valentine's Day, 4:45. Green catches Haqparast's leg, tried to pull him into a fucking Kurt Angle ankle lock, and Haqparast finds a way out of it. Shout out to Stephen Kelleher, donating $5 to the cause. Overhand left from Haqparast. He will not go away. Like a bunion and the clap, Nasrat Haqparast will persist here in the third round and keep finding a way to throw that right hand. That right hand is loose, but every other thing isn't working for him right now. He is not finding a way to stifle Bobby Green. He just keeps finding ways to land shots and timing. Bobby Green's timing tonight has been nearly impeccable in avoiding shots, and he couldn't avoid both that time. Missing the left and the right, missing the leg kick that time, Haqparast. Someone in the chat earlier kept talking about it, and these guys keep trading shots.
Keep trading shots, and while Haqparast is getting lit up in the face, repeated strikes, jabs, combos, right to the grill, Elizabeth Warren somewhere is like, Haqparast, he persisted.
And he won't move his head. A shout out to Seth Rowe in the chat saying Freya Sahabi, his coach. Oh my God. Bobby Green has thrown 102 head strikes in this fight. His previous best was 93. That should not be the amount of time someone gets hit in the head in a fight. And Green slipping out of a shot from Haqparast, just landing devastating blows towards the face of Nasrat Haqparast, who should get a fucking performance of the night bonus for standing and fighting like this. He gets a couple of shots in that time. Overhand left and a right uppercut, getting Green up against the fence, but Green bouncing off. Not as bouncy as he was in the first round, well, because he's thrown 102 fucking strikes towards the man's head. Yeah. 303 left to go, and I'm not talking about the shitty band from Ohio. Oh, and there's an overhand left that goes wide by Haqparast. 255 left to go in round number 3. I'm Matt Ryan. That's Brendan Sokler. This is UFC 271, brought to you by Combat Culture. Green landing a right and then an overhand left through the guard of Haqparast. Another shot to the jaw. Haqparast trying to scramble, but has to keep his hands up. Not able to break through and find a rhythm. Green is knowing when to throw the strikes, because as soon as Haqparast makes any move with his hands, he throws a punch. And both of them fist bumping there.
You know, I was going to ask you, Matt, like, if you were Haqparast, this would be the time to pivot, but every time you also pivot, he gets punched in the fucking head.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you do there?
You leg kick, you try to, overhand left, followed by a right to the body, the right missing by Haqparast, and through the guard again, Bobby Green just throwing through.
The lack of takedown attempts by Haqparast is truly puzzling me. And also the lack of fucking leg kicks.
Yeah, there have been a lack of any substantial strikes to the body from either fighter, and I think Green might be out leg kicking Haqparast.
Who would have thought that?
Not a normal person. Missing with 2 rights, did Haqparast. Green just finding his way out of it. Just slipped and sliding. 1:45 left to go. And now Green just continuing to have his hands down, just letting those hands fly freely, landing an overhand right towards the temple. Like right around here, right around the eye socket of Nasrat Haqparast. 1:30 left to go in this fight.
Holy shit. Still staying at that high-octane pace.
Yeah.
Haqparast going for a head kick.
And then throwing an overhand right, missing, but gets Green up against the fence. Does not try to tie him up. Does not try to take him down. Keeps this fight standing. I really, at this point, you got to go for a Hail Mary. Go for a takedown.
You know,
try to steal something here, because this is also Texas judging. And we look at the significant strikes really quick. 29-12 in round 1. 63-37 in round 2. 53-17 right now in round number 3.
I mean, you'd think that Haqparast would want to change up his strategy, but he might not be thinking that because he's been hit in the head over 100 times.
Oy. This just reminds me of that Crime on Sports episode I listened to yesterday about Riddick Bowe. 40 seconds left to go. You know he kidnapped his family?
Is there like a series with that, or are there some chronicles with that?
Yeah, it's a podcast. Crime on Sports.
Vin Diesel.
Oh, fuck you. But look that up, and also one day we're going to do a live watch along of both Bo Galata fights. I'm going to make that happen. Overhand right, missed by overhand left, missed by Haqparast. Tried to come in hard with that punch attempt, and Green just finding a way again. Now pressed up against the fence. 10 seconds left to go in this fight. Nasrat Haqparast is a warrior for keeping standing in this fight and not getting dropped. I do not know how either man at some of these punches have been taken down. And Seth was saying Bobby's a good wrestler. At that point, it doesn't matter. And we are going to the scorecards here in Houston. It's probably going to be 30-27.
I have to score it that way, being that it went to the judges, though. I'm going to say it's a split decision that was won by Paul Rubens. But no, an incredible fight and an incredible showing for Bobby Green, who, as I talked about at the beginning of this, has always shown like a really incredible movement, and when put to the test, these step-up fights, has not quite performed in the way that I hoped, but god damn, he certainly did in this one.
Yeah.
Who do you put him in with next?
This division, I don't know. Oh my god, the fight summary. 163 significant strikes thrown by Bobby Green. 341 significant strikes attempted. 48% significant strike accuracy.
He's one of my favorite fighters to watch, and I'm really happy to see him come through like this. With
a win here tonight at lightweight, you probably throw him in the top 5, a top 5 argument. You throw him in with a top 5 fighter. But we've seen, he beat Al Iaquinta, former title challenger. He's probably getting a performance of the night bonus tonight. 4 performance bonuses in his last 10 fights. This is his 17th fight in the UFC. His 3rd straight fight on a UFC pay-per-view. Bonuses in both of those fights. So with that level of performance, with that level of output, For me, I think it's a top 5. He gets a 5-rounder on an ESPN main event. That's where I think it goes.
I'd buy that. My question just generally is who, and I feel like a lot of guys are tied up, or there's speculation of them being tied up. You have Michael Chandler, I think would be a fun fight. I would love to see him versus Tony Ferguson.
And it's 30-27, the official decision, a unanimous decision for Bobby Green. Go ahead, keep going.
And a fight that I don't think would do anything for either man standing, but I just want to see is him versus Clay Guida.
Ooh, but that right there, that's not a top level fight.
No, exactly. It does nothing for their standing.
No,
I just want to.
You just want to see that fight.
I want to see the movement.
Well,
though.
I have UFC for the Xbox.
We can just
we can
put them on computer and just...
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Because right now Bobby Green needs a top 5, top 10 contender.
Right. I mean, other than those names, who could you put him in there?
That's the thing, is like there's no one right now at that level that's available, because the whole division is in a nightmare scenario, because fucking who's gonna be, we're trying to figure out who the fucking top guy is.
Yeah.
Like maybe a Gaethje, maybe a Poirier, but even that, I don't know what the title picture looks like right now at 155.
Well, I mean, that is the weird dilemma that has been there for a few years, ever since McGregor came in. It's been a little bit topsy-turvy, but also it's, in my opinion, the most stacked division, and has been the most stacked division since Frankie Edgar won the title. Because I think when BJ Penn was the king of the roost, it was him. Yeah. And then there was everyone else. But once Frankie Edgar got there, it was just like, oh, by the way, we've thrown a bunch of blood in the water, and it's a children's pool, and we bought 40 sharks.
Trey of the Truth in the crowd tonight. Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green is a Travis Tarr suggestion. I am a fan of that.
I do like that quite a bit.
We're going to see Kevin Holland. Dustin Poirier, the former interim UFC lightweight champion in the house, wearing a shirt that looks like the NXT 2.0 logo. Seth Rotel saying, who does he beat in the top 5, though? Nobody. That's not the conversation. It's not about him winning. It's about who can he fight.
It's not about winning or losing. It's about who you shimmy against.
Yes. We're going to see Alexander Hernandez against Renato Moycano in our next fight. Let us know in the chat who you think's going to walk out of that one. That's going to be a fun fight to watch. Yeah. We set the bar high tonight in the first fight of the main card. Great first fight. Great effort from Bobby Green. Nasrat Hakparas is a fucking warrior, though. That, he had a great effort.
Fantastic performance.
He got his ass kicked, but he stayed standing. Like, that's the thing in that situation. How in the sweet hell do you stay standing after you get hit in the head over 100 times? Once, and I'm down. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Last time I got hit in the head multiple times was when I got mugged, 13 years ago. Yeah. Kid caught me toothpiece. Bang, knocked my glasses off.
Oh.
And then caught me right here and, busted my lip open.
And that kid grew up to be Chuck Liddell.
I wish. But he did hand me my glasses back after he stole my phone. He stole a broken sidekick, too.
So, he stole Jason Todd?
Yes. Oh, fuck you.
That felt great. Anyway.
Why do you do, at least one time a show?
Just...
make me regret hiring
you. It's a test.
I want to love you.
I know. But I'm glad to be here, gang. Yeah, 102 shots to the head sounds like your love life leading into your 30s, but, it is still an impressive thing to stay standing.
Yeah, better than you ever did. Lucas, 007, best commentary team around, strapped in down under. They're ready for Bobby Knuckles here tonight.
Bobby Knuckles.
Seems like...
as it was put.
Yes. We should be still on the air. Hold on one second here. Oh. Yeah, the winner of the fight was Bobby Green by unanimous decision, for those who missed it. Bobby Green by unanimous decision. Thought we were off the air for a second, and I got quite concerned.
Did you poop?
No, I did not poop.
Okay, because I don't know how to unpoop. Like that, I haven't learned.
What?
It's not on my special skills. You poop, and then if you don't need to, you unpoop.
Coming up next, it is Alexander Hernandez against Renato Moycano. The next UFC card is March 26th. That's Blade and Daukaus. We will not not be calling that one. We'll be calling every pay-per-view this year. If you want us to call more of those cards, just let us know. Just let us know. Follow us on Twitter at MRyan Consulting, at Brendan Sokler. Blade asking, where's the fights? The fights are on ESPN Plus if you're in the United States.
Yeah, go check them out. We got a link. You can watch them along with us, or you can just watch us and then eventually check them out later. And
then, actually, the next time we'll be on pay-per-view, the next time we'll be here is actually before that, March 5th. It's Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal for the Who Gives a Fuck. That's the sub. Remember when UFC pay-per-views had subheadings like Redemption or My Mom? Like it's this one is UFC 272. Who gives a fuck?
So. What do you remind me? What's the AAA heavyweight title called? The Mega Heavyweight.
Yeah,
this is the MAGA Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah.
And you know what? It couldn't happen to less nice guys. I'm really
the winner will actually be the Grand Marshal of a boat parade because those seem to be important.
I think the term you're looking for is wizard. But anyway, fuck these people. And Greg Hardy. But here we are, live.
That's going to be our next after the McRib shirt, which is coming. I need to get it designed. But is a fuck Greg Hardy T-shirt with all the money going to domestic violence.
I think that is a fantastic idea.
If you want that on Twitter, let us know.
Yeah, I'd push that to our first official shirt. Is fuck Greg Hardy.
It's not going to be an official shirt. I'm going to be selling them out of a trunk of a Ford Fusion that I don't own.
I clearly don't know the difference between that and official because that seems up to standards and business practices to me.
Bobby versus either of these two. That's an interesting one. Hernandez versus Moycano. I think you know what? Let's do a mini tournament out of this. Let's see the winners go out of it. Hernandez, a brown belt in BJJ, trains under Factory F, Factory X.
I thought he was advocating for us to fight the guy.
I'm not fighting Bobby Green.
I'm not gonna fight Bobby Green.
I'm not even gonna.
Madness.
Aren't the fights on pay-per-view? Yes, they are on pay-per-view.
Yes, and
so
you
should
can watch
buy them. Yes, I am not putting them on the screen. But we're seeing Renato Moycano make his walk to the octagon past Megan O'Leary. I like that shot. I like the shot they do of that.
They are doing some interesting and different camera angles tonight in ways that I'm liking.
There's some things that are working really well.
Experimentation is very important, and frankly, like you haven't seen that within the UFC in terms of presentation other than the fucking fight kits or Fight
and
Island.
And the 4K cameras that they've been using, 8K, 4K, whichever one it is, the fancier cameras.
Yeah.
Moycano 2-3 in his last 5, with his most recent fight being a win over Jai Herbert in June of last year. Losses in that run were the Rafael Fiziev by knockout and TKOs against Chan Sung Jung and Jose Aldo. He has wins over Jeremy Stevens, Calvin Kadar, and Cub Swanson. Is tied for 10th in the highest takedown accuracy among active UFC fighters at 60%. 8 wins by submission and a BJJ black belt, and he's also a black belt in Muay Thai, which will come in handy tonight against a BJJ brown belt.
Yeah.
In Hernandez.
I mean, it should be a close fight. And at the lightweight division, I mean, it's just so fucking stacked, man.
And Moycano, somewhat of a neophyte in the lightweight division. Hernandez has been a lightweight since 2014.
Right.
Moycano only since 2020. Shout out to everybody joining us in the chat. Showtie on top of him. I meant Benil and Islam. Ooh.
Oh.
That would be. I would see that. I would love to see Bobby Green against Benil Dariush or Islam Makhachev. That'd be fun as shit.
That's fun as shit. I don't want to see Bobby Green versus Makhachev because I like Bobby Green. I really just think that for the foreseeable future, this is Makhachev's world. We're just living in it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Alexander Hernandez looking like a TikToker.
Yeah.
He looks so like he's been in the sport for a while. He's been fighting for at least 8 years.
You know, you gotta be good in MMA to look like you could be on a CW show.
Yeah, he's got a Riverdale look about him.
Exactly. It's Josh Thompson and the entire cast of Riverdale congealed a baby in some primordial acid, and out came a fighter who didn't get hit in the face that much, because damn, 8x10 be working.
And color me sad, Hernandez is a BJJ black belt, but he's finished 8 of his 13 wins, 6 of them by knockout, 7 first-round finishes. That's insane.
That's a lot of first-round finishes.
That's a lot.
I'm going to say, it's going to be very telling if it makes it out of the first round.
Yeah. I think Moycano, the live odds change if he gets through the first round. Shout out to Jeff Perks. You guys are good and cheaper than the TV version, LOL. So I'll be here instead of paying for the TV. Well, thank you. But if you do want to pay for the TV, if you do, please click the link in the description or head over to MMAmania.com. We've got a bunch of ways for you to buy the pay-per-view, because you know what? If you do that, you buy it through us, we get a little bit of kickback, and we are able to do shows like this, and we're able to do fancy things like cut to the chat.
Yeah.
Seth Rattel saying tie on top of Hardy post KO. Yeah, that's for the shirt. Don't know if we can use images or likenesses, but
I mean, we could just use a giant turd and a thing that says Greg Hardy.
Copyright laws at that point. We'll figure it out. Figure it out.
We're well within the realm of parody, Matt.
Tail of the tape. Hernandez 29, Moycano 32. Moycano with the height advantage, 5'11" to 5'9". Both men walking in at 156 pounds. Hernandez and Moycano both with a 72-inch reach, so that 2 inches of height is going to be a big advantage for Moycano, since they both have the same size of reach. Hernandez is going to have to punch up. Mm-hmm. That's not going to be fun. No. Shout out to Charlene Cernagel. You guys are the best. Well, thank you. God damn, I love Bruce Buffer's outfit tonight.
You ever think about what the Buffer family Thanksgiving's like? I think about that a lot. I may have even talked about it in here. Yeah. I mean, more than once I'd say is a lot for that. The gravy.
Seth Rattel asking, remember what Cowboy did to that face? Yes, I was there for that. I was in Brooklyn for that card, covering it for my former employer, who I will not talk about because I don't want you guys going to their website, even though it's sad. Aaron Rose, where are you guys broadcasting from? We are broadcasting from
your heart.
Yes, we are broadcasting from a location where you need an invitation, mainly because it is my home.
Oh, yeah. And because COVID. You don't go places unless you've been invited.
Yes. Well, that should just be a general rule.
It's a general rule. Breaking and entering. We don't like that.
Neither do the police.
Yeah. But breaking and entering is what Bobby Green's fist did.
Yeah. Is Mike Beltran the only fucking referee on this card? This is the 3rd straight fight he's refereed. What the fuck is going on? Did somebody get COVID during the goddamn show?
I think that's pretty fucking likely, brother.
What the hell? Hernandez and Moycano. Here we go. Round number 1. Both men going straight to the octagon. Straight to the center. Leg kick landed by Moycano, missing, and then Hernandez landing one. And a kick to the knee by Hernandez, who's got a lot of cups, drinking out of cups like a motherfucker. Catalyst Wrestling is doing great, Shirlene. You can subscribe right to it right now on YouTube by searching Catalyst Wrestling or watching it on your local television station. More information is at Catalyst Wrestle on Twitter. Left hand thrown by Hernandez. Moycano landing a couple of shots. Straight left hand landed by Hernandez. Head kick missed by Hernandez. That height coming into play here. Oh, leg kick by Hernandez, leading to a left-right by Moycano.
This is a level of speed that's coming out of these two that's utterly insane.
It's these guys are working at a flyweight pace. Left-right combination landed by Moycano. These guys are fighting like it's a Tijuana boxing match on a Saturday night, going hard and going fast here. Just over a minute gone by in round number 1. Hernandez throwing an overhand left. Moycano looking for an opportunity.
Both of them respecting each other's speed a little bit, and frankly, a little bit more than I'd like. Go back to the punching in the face!
Moycano went for a takedown, missed an overhand right. Hernandez pressuring out of the box, throwing a right uppercut that time, landing a leg kick to the thigh of Moycano. 338, and again Moycano going for a single leg. Peeling out of it is Hernandez, pushing away, trying to feint a couple of right hands, does not land. Leg kick into the inside thigh, landed by Hernandez. 3:26 left to go in round number 1. Moycano again trying to go for the takedown. Great defense so far by Hernandez, playing keep away. like someone did with a Mets hat to me in the 6th grade. I hate that woman. Hopefully she is not well. A tie-up attempt now by Moycano, pressing up against the fence. Now trying to find a way out of it is Hernandez. He is now falling into the quicksand, going into the shallow. Hopefully he doesn't piss himself on an award stage. Moycano taking down Hernandez, but Hernandez trying to pressure up, back up to a vertical base, but still wrapped up by Moycano. Moycano trying to go underneath, trying to take the inside of that thigh, but Hernandez trying to step out, maybe go for a hip takedown himself, and a great stop there by Hernandez, peeling out of it, but Moycano just crashing Hernandez into the fence and doing a trip takedown. Now into the mount, trying to go into a standing, trying to get into side control. Pardon me, a lot of moving parts here.
Truly impressive takedown, a big throw, and inside control right now. You have Moycano really seeming trying to get underneath the neck right now. Maybe trying to go for a side choke.
Could be going for that. Maybe trying to pull the choke in and try to stale it down. We are one fight into the main card. We are on our 2nd fight here tonight. It's Hernandez versus Moycano. I'm Matt Ryan, joined. And standing up, trying to take the back is Moycano. Hernandez scrambling out of it, but now landing right on his back. Moycano trying to get into side control. An elbow by Hernandez to the side of the head of Moycano. Moycano almost getting fireman's carried by Hernandez. Hernandez standing up now, has turned the tide and now has Moycano up against the fence. And an elbow by Hernandez. 1:37 left to go. And Hernandez throwing a few shots. Head kick blocked by Moycano. Straight left landed by Hernandez. 90 seconds left to go. Leading with that left hand is Hernandez. Right, left combination. Flying right hand missed by Hernandez. 1:23 left to go in round number 1. Hernandez testing that reach. Moycano trying to go inside again for a takedown. Does not land. Hernandez with a left. And right now it's anybody's round. 1:13 left to go. Brendan head kick missed by Hernandez.
Truly impressive short king energy going for that F5 pickup.
Short king energy. Short king anthem. He should have came out the short king anthem by Tiny Meat Gang.
I'm here for that. I want it. We wouldn't listen to it. But
no song, yeah, but the song is a bop though.
Song is a bop.
51 seconds left to go, and now Hernandez trying to go for the scoop, trying to get underneath the inside of the thigh of Moycano. 45 seconds left to go. Landing a shot with his right hand was Hernandez. Leg kick by Hernandez. 39 seconds left to go in the round. Trying to find something here. Landing a few shots. Did Hernandez. Right, left, or shots by Hernandez. 30 seconds left to go, and a Moycano right hand lands on the jaw. Missing hard with an uppercut, though, does the Brazilian. 24 seconds left to go. Feigning a left hand. Moycano does not land that one. 20 seconds now, and Hernandez has really recovered from that takedown. Some great takedown defense, except for that one bit where he almost got by Moycano. 10 seconds left to go. Few shots missed by Moycano. Both men just standing now trying to figure out reach here with 3 seconds left to go in round number 1. And we will go to the corners. Brendan, this kind of changes the pace right here.
I mean, it certainly changes the pace. And a thing that I get a little cognizant of is when you have that level of high output that Moycano had, part of my brain just goes, is he going to get tired? Is he going to get a little sleepy from all that? And you saw the fight turn around within that last 2 minutes, within that fireman's carry pickup, where it went from a complete drubbing to it's anyone's ball game again. But you got to give that round.
Yeah, Moycano wins that round. It's a 10-9 round, but you got to give it to Moycano.
You got to give it to Moycano, but frankly, I think it's going to be really telling to see how 2 minutes into the second round is. Not necessarily the open, not necessarily the we've caught our breath, but after 2 minutes, have you gassed? Have you expended too much energy? Because you had so many takedown attempts. You're putting in so much effort to hold down the various body parts with your BJJ. But we are opening up round number 2, and we'll see how things look in 2 minutes.
Moycano stepping in. Hernandez down from a shot by Moycano. Right now, live odds, both men at -115. It is a fucking pick'em. But Moycano lighting the lamp with a left hand to the jaw of Hernandez. He T-bowed for half a second, but he wasn't praising God. He was hoping he can get right the fuck back up. And Moycano landing an overhand right. 4:36 left to go in the round. Moycano going for a right leg kick, stepping inside. Muay Thai clinch this time, and I needed a body, even though a couple of shots from Hernandez landed while in the clinch. Moycano, yet again, utilizing those BJJ skills and a little bit of that Muay Thai. Both highly skilled practitioners in BJJ, but Moycano utilizing his Muay Thai skills here in round 2, landing a couple of uppercuts to the face of Hernandez.
It is an impressive fucking opening from Moycano. Like, honestly, I didn't expect that within the opening of this because of how much he had put out. And frankly, I thought Hernandez had found a bit of his range better. Let's see how this starts going right about now, though.
Oh, and they're fighting in a phone booth. Hernandez in trouble. Couple of shots, and Moycano taken down by Hernandez, but finds himself in a sweet spot, starts lining up, and Moycano takes the back of Hernandez. Liner trying to lock in an RNC. He's got it. He's got the body grapevine, and that is it. It is over. Moycano with the RNC shutdown, lockdown. He is going to need some purple drink because he is going to be leaning in Houston tonight.
You know, that was around the 2-minute mark.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm a wizard, Harry.
Fucking Kreskin over
God
here.
damn it. But
also, nothing for the lean in Houston line? Nothing?
No, I have
nothing for that?
Listen, I thought it was really well delivered. The breath support behind it was great. It wasn't wheezy at all. Anyway, we're here. We're doing our thing.
And just looking at this, the shoulder Moycano's left shoulder landing underneath Hernandez, sheds him back, right hand by Moycano, into a left, another right hand, sends him stumbling and fumbling, another floating left, just continuing the preponderance of punches.
Ooh.
By Moycano there, just finding the rhythm, finding the opening. Hernandez on his back foot the entire time.
Is preponderance replacing impunity for the
day?
day?
I'm fucking trying to find new words.
They are waiting to drink, Matthew.
I know. And then we see the setup to the RNC here. Beautiful beautiful movement, just in the moment.
Grapevine
across. But no, the big thing for me, it wasn't the grapevine. It was the peeling up of the left arm to sink up and under and pull it in.
Everything technique-wise was utterly fire. But, like, to me, I will always appreciate a really well-executed body scissors.
Yeah.
Just because even if you aren't getting the neck or the arm just yet, if you were cutting off the ability to breathe, and he got that underneath the ribs, that was just him squeezing some organs. He may have pooped a little bit.
Might have.
He hasn't told me otherwise, so I'm just going to assume.
Drum Monkey saying the preponderance is now an actual word. Well, it is an actual word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seth Rotel, the big cage is so effing big, poor Alex might be it for him. Yeah, that's the thing. When you're fighting in the Apex on those fight night shows, the cage is significantly stronger. Smaller, not stronger, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Smaller, so you have that situation where it's kind of fucked. You're kind of fucked once you're in that bigger cage, because Hernandez is all about power. He's all about going for the knockout. We've seen the amount of times he's been able to finish a fight. When you're in that regulation octagon, and you got that 2 or 3 foot difference. Mm-hmm. That matters. Like if you're working, like boxing rings are fairly regulated. The octagon is its own thing.
Why is it that we're having such a difference in
because the Apex is a smaller facility. So to fit everything that's in there and the way that the building is structured, the octagon has to be smaller.
Okay. I accept it.
That's why it plays such a big part of those fight night cards. That's why when I used to do predictions for SBR, I talked about that the baby cage. It's such a big advantage.
We
for
also
people
do
who use
not advocate babies fighting.
No.
Toddlers, however. Anyway, it is a big advantage, and it's something that you will often see in sports when someone has to adjust to a new arena. It is a whole different set of dimensions, the timing. All these things do add up.
You gotta get more coffee.
Get more coffee. Do the thing. All right, let's talk for a second here about predictions, particularly for our next fight. What do we have coming up? Open in the Google Doc. This is my song for you. Jared Cannonier versus Derrick Brunson. Yeah. Fuck. Gang, this is going to be really good. Under Matt's notes, I just want to read this. This fucking guy fight a heavyweight, light heavyweight, and then middleweight. the Kenny Florian of our times. I love that for Jared Cannonier, fighting out of the MMA lab. And he's knocked out 9. He's submitted 2. He's decision 3. He is 14-5 and just a general bad bitch.
Renato Moycano looks like Rob Gronkowski in the face, and I can't get past it.
Yeah, he is a future 24/7 champion. Let's get into Derrick Brunson really quick. Trained under Henzo Gracie, who has a couple gyms in New York City. Pretty cute. Love that. NCAA wrestler. Really applying that thing that I often like to talk about how wrestlers with the popping of the hips become really kick-ass knockout artists. This is gonna be pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun fight.
Till Daddy takes the T-bird away. But yeah, Matt, do you have a prediction for this one?
That is going to be... I really don't have one. It's such a toss-up for me. Like, we take a look at the stats really quick.
Yeah.
You know, Brunson has a BJJ black belt. Cannonier is fighting out of the MMA lab. He got a unanimous decision win over Kelvin Gastelum, did Cannonier. Brunson's a vet. He's won his last 5 fights. Beat Darren Till, beat Kevin Holland, beat Edmund Shabazian, and Ian Heinisch, and Elias Theodorou. Cannonier's fought some really tough competition lately. I feel like it's a toss-up.
I think it's a toss-up.
I feel like Cannonier might have the edge, but I wouldn't be surprised if Brunson gets to win. The heart saying Cannonier, the head saying Brunson. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I have my heart saying Brunson and my head saying Cannonier, so, ooh, look at us with our flippy-floppy ways of looking at this. But it should make for a very exciting fight, and on screen right now, we got an advertisement for the not real champ ever of Colby Covington, and then Street Jesus, Jorge Masvidal. I'm excited to see this fight in that I'm very okay with either one of these men getting punched in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
dislike them both.
Fucking Colby Covington wearing a Muhammad Ali shirt is the most redundant. Like, how do you... What?
It's off
what?
brand and
what?
he doesn't
How?
even know it.
What? Does he not know who Muhammad Ali... What? No. No.
Matthew, personally, I preferred him when his name was Cassius.
God, I hate this motherfucker.
I hate this
motherfucker.
That's fine.
I hate this. Colby's got skills. Yeah, Colby is good if you want a really boring fight.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he had... once Kamaru Usman beat the spirit out of him, I really stopped caring.
Yeah, I mean...
He's a very good grappler, a great wrestler, but Colby Covington he's not a top guy. He's not a pay-per-view main eventer anymore. He's just not.
No.
He's not. And...
He's the... listen, if Chael Sonnen is like your Coca-Cola, then fucking Colby Covington is Diet RC Cola that has been in the garage for 4 years.
But let's look at the card for the next show. We've got Sergey Spivak versus piece of shit Greg Hardy, Alex Oliveira versus Kevin Holland, that's going to be a banger, Edson Barbosa versus Bryce Mitchell, RDA versus Fiziev, and then we have, fuck pants versus fuck pants.
Double fuck pants?
Yeah.
Oh.
Seth O'Toole, you're carrying hard right now. I hate this guy. Yeah, I. It's kind of a bit.
It's kind of a bit, but it's a bit true.
I don't think about Colby Covington unless I'm watching Colby Covington. Also, it's not the politics thing's all a bit. It's a work. Like,
right.
I get that. He's just so bad at it.
Yeah.
My main issue with him is that he is terrible at cutting a promo.
Yeah. No, like low skill heel promos, paint by numbers. Ooh, I'm going to say the xenophobic thing and it's going to get me attention.
He's trying to cut a 70s promo without knowing it, and also he's got this... after his fight with in Newark...
Relevance?
Against Robbie Lawler. I was at the post-fight press conference. Mm-hmm. This is days after my dog died. So I'm already in a shitty mood. and Colby's there in a mustard yellow suit with his interim belt.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see him get punched and he wins? I don't want to see him at all. He's got go-away heat with me.
Yeah.
If he's there, yes, I'd like to see him get punched.
Yeah.
But he
take it.
can't articulate an actual thought.
Yeah.
He can't come up with something on the fly, and that's really my problem. It's just more of like as a producer and as a promo guy. I'm a fucking promo guy. And you know what? Jorge Masvidal, I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but I also know he can cut a promo and he's entertaining. Can we talk about melted butter instead? You know what? Melted butter is fantastic.
We were speaking about Greg Hardy earlier.
Taking a look at the top 5 of the middleweight division, Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker, obviously the top. Marvin Vettori, number 2. Cannonier and Brunson at 3 and 4. That's going to be the interesting thing here. Coming out of tonight, does Cannonier and Brunson get next in line, or is it Vettori? With a performance here tonight, with a big win here tonight, either of these guys, unless Whittaker wins, because then you go into the rematch conversation.
Yes.
But if Adesanya wins tonight and wins emphatically, if Cannonier or Brunson have a clean win tonight, if they have a finish, does that catapult them to the top of the middleweight division? I say yes. Marvin Vettori should have it, but for me, it all comes down to whether or not either of these guys get a finish tonight. We've only had one finish on the main card. And for me, this is either guy's real big shot at impressing Dana and Sean Shelby and Maynard to have a title fight next.
I would agree with that sentiment, Matt. And, if you told me either one of them right now were facing Adesanya later, I don't know how interested I'd be. This is the fight to get me to there. Because right now, I think this is a banger between two guys who are absolutely fantastic and absolutely deserve to be in the top 5. But I think there's only 2 people at the top of this division, and they are fighting tonight.
Yeah.
And then after that, my interest level waned, and that's not a knock to anyone else in the middleweight division. That is entirely to say that Adesanya and Whittaker are on an incredible level right now. So.
And Aaron Rose, yes, we already did talk about Joe Rogan's absence at the top of the program. It is a wonder why what scheduling issues came up, 2 days before the fight. But, we are not in charge of the UFC schedule, so we don't know.
Yep, the announcing team was dewormed, and it's, I can't tell if it's better or worse. This is on silent. But, he had some other shit.
Yeah.
He had some things, and he's on it.
Yeah. Seth Rotel, middleweight is rough right now. It's going to be it's okay to be a little tough on them. Yeah, but then you have this fight here. Like, it goes back to the conversation we had at the start of the show. Yeah. There are not a plethora of stars in the UFC right now.
Right.
We're not having a lot of people who make a card 3 fights deep.
Well, let's also talk about the middleweight division right now, and particularly this time that we have in MMA. You have, I think, one of the best times to be an MMA fighter is right now, in that Bellator is paying good money, PFL is paying good money, and UFC is there, and there's a whole bunch of folk out there, but are there folk outside of the UFC middleweight division that you think should be in this conversation? I don't know if there's anyone else lighting the world on fire. Is Gegard doing great these days?
Usually Gegard is doing Gegard things.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Why the fuck did he get released? He was so good.
Politics, also Bellator's a better situation. It's a big fish, small pond thing. Yeah. Also, when he was in the middleweight division with everything going on in the middleweight division, kind of hard for him. There's no real middle class in the middleweight division right now.
This is the time for Jacare and fucking Rich Franklin to come back with a vengeance.
Derrick Brunson making his way to the octagon, putting the AirPods, zipping up the jacket.
He's got that crypto shirt on.
Not making any money from it, because why would he? Take a look at some of the stats here. Most first-round finishes in middleweight history with 7. Tied for the second most wins in division history with 14. and will probably tie for first after, or get into conversation for first after if he gets a win tonight. Third longest active winning streak in the division with 5 straight wins. That is a big night for him if he gets the win here tonight.
Entirely. And Matt, he has made money off that Crypto.com show. I'm sorry, he just lost money on. No, he's up. Back down.
Yeah.
This is why you guys have me here, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But shout out to everybody watching along in the chat. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us across social media. You can follow me on Twitter at mryanconsulting. You can follow Brendan at Brendan Sokler. You can follow Steph, our moderator, at Steph Sotilli. And also, you can follow MMA Mania and Bloody Elbow, the people who put us on the air. At MMA Mania and Bloody Elbow. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell. If you like what you're watching, please donate to the Super Chat. We want you to do that if you can. We know that times are hard. Hard times, baby! But please, if you are able to donate, please do. Shout out to everybody who's donated tonight. And we want you to know that we're bringing you every UFC pay-per-view every single month. So if you're not wanting to pay Dana White $75, you can listen to us for absolutely free. Or also just look at our beautiful, beautiful faces.
Some people pay the some bucks for these faces. You get them for free.
Yes.
I'm very excited for this fight. Talk about the crypto sponsorship money and the money going where?
Where's the money going? Well, it would be going into paying off the fact that Endeavor not doing so hot.
Yeah, I mean,
not doing good after the old IPO skis. So, try to find, any way to make money.
Well, it is something where the pandemic really affected a top tier of agency that had several folds, several take on a lot of talent, and then a lot that are surviving just fucking struggling.
Yeah. Save money. I want to pay the fighters, goddammit. Because, signing hundreds of millions of dollar contracts and deals.
Yes.
Only giving fighters less than 33% of that, or 18%? The number's 18%? Not great.
I think it's something under 25%, and you know what?
Seth Rotel saying, are they going on their check? No, they're not. Marathon Refrigeration! In the car. Shout out to you, my friend. We're donating $5 Canadian. Hopefully you're doing well. Jared Cannonier, the tied for the highest takedown rate in middleweight history, 94.6%. Shout out to John Ron Cohn, donating $10 to the cause. Thank you, my friend. As always, we appreciate you. We appreciate you donating your money, your time, and more importantly, your ears to what we're doing here.
And your liver. Thank you. That was very kind of you. I promise to use it well.
Yeah, that's good coffee. Good coffee.
Anyway.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Cannonier 37, Brunson 38. Brunson with the height advantage, 6'1" to 5'11" to Cannonier. Brunson coming in a half a pound heavier at 185.5. Cannonier with half an inch reach advantage, 77.5 to 77. And that one's good. I think that the reach advantage not really going to be a problem here. We saw it in the first fight. Not really ending well for Hernandez, mainly because the height advantage came into play more than the reach advantage, and that's why he got tapped.
Yeah. That and other guy was better tonight.
And Brunson a plus 135 underdog according to DraftKings. And if you want a free bet from DraftKings, if you haven't signed up to DraftKings yet, click the link in the description. Steph will be dropping it in the chat throughout the night. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation and being a part of the show.
And if you want more of us doing live bet updates, tweet at DraftKings. Tweet at us. Tell them, hey, you should just give them 20% of all your profits. That makes sense.
Give us the UFC fighter deal.
Listen, I would take it right now as long as I don't have to fight these guys. Very scary.
Cannonier at minus 155 favorite walking into tonight. That's going to be interesting. Donated primarily for the laughter. Well, we're glad we make you laugh, Marathon. We're glad we make you laugh.
Thank you.
If we can't inform, we might as well entertain.
And I have no information. Where are we? What are we doing?
But if you like the show, if you've got suggestions for the show, let us know on Twitter. Shoot us a note at mryanconsulting or Brendan Sokler. We have a different referee, and it's Dan Mergliotta. looking a lot like
Gene Hackman.
Yeah, or, late era Steve Kern.
I will take either of these.
Yeah, he does look a lot like Gene Hackman. That is weird.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if anyone can make a great escape from this fight into the top of the rankings.
It's like a real birdcage inside there, and here we go for round number 1. Cannonier putting the pressure on Brunson early. Cannonier, Brunson missing with a leg kick.
That looks huge.
Caught underneath the armpit. Cannonier missing with a wild right hand. 20 seconds early, and both of these guys trying to unleash both barrels onto their opponent. Head kick attempt by Brunson not landing. Landing a glancing overhand left, though. Kind of windmilling it. Right hand landed by Brunson with a stepping in head kick attempt by Brunson landing. Well, glancing more than anything.
Yeah. Finding their range are both fighters. I mean, you're hearing these little dips in silence as they're trying to figure out what they're doing. A little bit of a grapple fest. And again, standing in front of each other, little tentative, both respecting each other's power.
Yeah, and Brunson trying to go for a leg kick ends up getting smushed by Cannonier. 4 minutes left to go. Trying to go for a takedown is Brunson. Brunson getting elbowed right in the shoulder. Almost looked like it was in the back of the head. Murgliata not doing a goddamn thing. And single leg attempt now by Brunson trying to take the right leg of Cannonier. Cannonier hopping around like a flamingo now, pressed up against the fence. Brunson playing the leg base, taking him down. Count it, Murgliata. Had him in
a 1, a 2.
Had him in a pinning predicament. And now Brunson pressing Cannonier up against the fence, eating a right hand. Both men standing, trying to pull a standing guillotine was Brunson, but Cannonier finding a way out of it. Now going for a takedown attempt again was Brunson. Cannonier fighting out of it, but he is in trouble and on his bicycle.
I mean, real feel and on process, but that takedown right now in the top of round 1, it could be a big difference maker, Matt.
Yeah.
Because in terms of the strikes, it feels pretty fucking even right now.
Left-right combination landed by Cannonier. Brunson breathing a little heavy here. Leg kick by Brunson, not landing. Leg kick by Cannonier does land. 2:44 left to go. Head kick, and then a left hand landed. The left-handed Brunson not landing the head kick on Cannonier. 2:37 left to go in round number 1 of 3. In the UFC Middleweight division, I'm Matt Ryan. This is Brendan Sokler. This is the UFC 271 live show brought to you by Combat Culture. And a takedown attempt by Brunson, almost eating a right uppercut by Cannonier. And Brunson pressing Cannonier up against the fence, trying to find a way out of it, is the favorite in this fight, Cannonier. They cha-cha over to the center of the fence, and the cage, and Cannonier getting out of it. 2:05 left to go. Landing a left was Brunson. Brunson eating a right hand from Cannonier. Cannonier with 155. Right, left combination. Overhand left landed that time by Brunson. Brunson again going for a takedown. Cannonier stuffs it. Gets the knee landed. Tried to go for a Muay Thai clinch. Tried to go behind the head and hold Brunson's head. But nothing doing there. And now another takedown attempt by Brunson. Cannonier trying to fight out of it. Trying to peel the arms of Brunson up. 91 seconds left to go. And Brunson trying to flummox Cannonier. Trying to trip him into a takedown and gets him down. Brunson on top of Cannonier now. Cannonier on his back with 1:20 left to go. Cannonier getting climbed up. 2 of 9 takedowns landed by Brunson. Throwing 9
full guard, Matt. I mean, I was honestly questioning Brunson's tactic of repeatedly going for the takedown, especially as his arms were getting wrapped up, as that tires you out, makes you a little slower with your punches, and he was landing clean. So trying to follow up with a takedown attempt made very little sense to me, but now he is nearly in full guard, really pressing his advantage on Cannonier up against the cage.
He is in his own variation of the Luther Campbell position. Is Brunson with 45 seconds left to go. Trying to find a way out of this predicament is Cannonier. He gets back up to a vertical base, pushing away before Brunson can throw an uppercut. Both men standing now. Head kick not landing by Cannonier. Lands an overhand right, though. Glancing blow. Left leg kick by Brunson, to the bicep of Brunson. Of Cannonier. Fuck up. I'm trying to keep up with myself here. Right hand! Brunson Brunson takes down Cannonier with a right hand, pulls the RNC, but Cannonier finds a way to pivot out of it. Brunson on top, gets the back of Cannonier again with 10 seconds left to go in the round, pulls the RNC! Brunson pulls the RNC, can Cannonier hold on for 5 seconds? Can Cannonier hold on to the end of the round? And we will go to the corners! What a way to end the first fucking round!
Bold prediction? I think Brunson got that round.
Yeah.
I mean, really impressive fucking work by Brunson. I mean, if we were talking earlier about, okay, show me why you should be in a main event middleweight title fight. Well, the strikes, the takedowns, the submission attempts of Brunson in this against a fucking gamer like Cannonier. Not a slouch, and not someone who gets knocked around easily is Jared Cannonier. This is a good fight.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay here. That right hand by Brunson setting everything up into a mad scramble. Cannonier, Undertaker sitting up, leaving his back wide open. Brunson pivoting around and finding a way to seamlessly pull the gimmick.
And also, impressive thing by Cannonier with the wherewithal to hold on for those 6 seconds.
You know his team's yelling, 5 seconds, don't you fucking give up.
Don't do it! And Brunson just looks like, my jaw feels a little funny. I think I'm ready to kick ass again. Okay.
A clean-shaven Dan Miragliotta looks like a very, very sad driving instructor. Single leg takedown attempt again by Brunson to start the round. Cannonier on one leg and takedown by Brunson. And Cannonier in a world of trouble to start things off. Trying to scramble out of it. Now Brunson in a variation of side control. But the leg's grapevine. The right leg is grapevine by Cannonier. 20 seconds in and we're back to almost where we were for a good portion of round number 1.
I liked where I was earlier. I think I'll go back there. Okay. It honestly,
high Yelp reviews for Brunson right now in terms of that location.
Absolutely. It honestly reminded me of Shemaev of like how he could just walk through.
Seth Rotel with the best Dan Miragliotta looks like Dory Jr. Cannonier landing a right hand to Brunson who has to jog that one off. That one woke him the fuck up. Cannonier gets a hit with a left, missing. Oh, right uppercut from hell. Cannonier's going to get got after those takedown attempts. He's got to time it right, but Cannonier might be finding the rhythm here. Leg kick by Cannonier.
Yeah, it's the no mercy blood effect that just happened. I'm up and I'm ready to go!
Oh, a knee to the jaw by Cannonier to Brunson. Brunson playing with his food a little bit now. Plotting leg kick. Throwing some floating blows, and now just trying to find an opportunity to go for another takedown. It looks like Cannonier, all he's doing right now is avoiding the takedown, and Brunson, all he's doing is trying to set up for the takedown. Right uppercut landed by Cannonier. Brunson pressing Cannonier up against the fence now, trying to go for that takedown. Cannonier gets clipped with the left hand.
I was going to say that for Brunson, I think it's very important to go back to the striking game that was seemingly actually setting up your takedowns rather than just trying to walk through him with a takedown. Because Cannonier, he mad.
Yeah, and he landed a solid right hand, loading up the left, not landing, but plopping with the right. 3:02 left to go in round number 2. In the UFC Middleweight division, Brunson missing with a left hand after getting kicked inside the thigh. Leg kick, body kick, missing with the left hand, Brunson. Brunson dominated the end of round number 1 and now trying to keep the momentum going for another takedown, but caught by Cannonier, and now trying to go for an underhook is Cannonier. Brunson finding a way out of it with 2:35 left to go in round number 2. Standing in the center of the octagon are both fighters. Overhand right landed by Brunson. Cannonier.
I feel like Brunson got tentative comparatively to where he was in the opening of the round.
Yeah.
But that could also be just that much wrestling will tire you the fuck out.
And he got tagged with a left hand that time by Cannonier. Brunson might be yielding this round to Cannonier, which may not be the smartest thing, but as you said, Brendan, he might be tired from all that overhand right missed by Cannonier. Brunson stepping in, Cannonier getting out of the way. Both men landing a right hand at the same time to the jaw. 1:52 left to go in the round.
It's been a back and forth contest in just the respect that, like, Brunson really had the first half of this fight.
Yeah, live odds right now, plus 185 for Brunson, minus 255 for Cannonier. So a lot of people putting money on Cannonier. Right hand landed by Cannonier that time. 90 seconds left to go in the round. Interesting to see that a lot of action is laying on Cannonier, who lands a right-left-left combination.
Well, he's starting to land, and Brunson is tired from that many takedowns. And it's long enough in the middle of this round that if you have Cannonier do a strong showing where he is in a dominant position at the end of this round and finishes out the third round that way, it's his game. Despite that many takedowns and that level of domination in the first and beginning of the second.
1 minute, and Brunson trying to feint a right hand into a takedown attempt. Cannonier pressed up against the fence. Cannonier finding a way out of it into a Muay Thai, but just lands 2 right hands, and Brunson gets a little fakakted. Shot to the body. Brunson on Dream Street. Head kick attempt. Brunson is in trouble. Mergliata may want to step in. Cannonier landing shots with impunity, taking down Brunson. Now trying to pull a choke, and now just landing forearms, and it is over. Jared Cannonier. Stop, drop, roll it up, close it off shop. And right now, Derrick Brunson may be bleached blonde, but he is on. The lights are fucking out. Yep. And Jared Cannonier coming in and closing the door right here, still tipping in H-Town.
Holy poop, what a comeback. I mean, a truly impressive performance by Jared Cannonier, who got his ass
those
beat.
Elbows. Like, he landed an elbow, hit him with a back fist.
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of a couple things, Matt. That elbow flush right against the temple and the orbital bone, making it very hard to see. That glancing shot honestly just jostled the head, and the back fist, while not overly powerful per se, got him right at the right point on the jaw that it gave you that D'Lo Brown wobble. And that is enough to get you on Dream Street, baby. Shout out to D'Lo Brown.
You're looking at the real deal now.
Whoo! It was a damn good fight. I mean, hot damn.
Yeah.
All right, so Matt, do we put Cannonier against the winner? Yeah. Is this enough of a showing if you are a Sean Shelby?
I don't know.
Because he was getting that ass kicked.
Shout out to PJ Simpson donating $5 to the cause. If you're Jared Cannonier right now, you really have to thank God that RNC was pulled at 5 seconds left. And Derrick Brunson just looking not happy. He got busted open right around right here.
Yeah.
Aaron Edwards, where's the streaming? No one wants to see you ugly cunts talking. Well, no one wanted to fuck your ugly cunt mother. How about that? Buy the pay-per-view.
Someone did, but then you came out, and that's more disappointing. Anyway, no, it was an interesting fight in that Cannonier really...
I apologize for getting so angry.
It's okay. Don't get angry at the small stuff like that guy, because he's small.
Yeah. But I don't know. For Cannonier, it's a big win. It's a stoppage win.
It's a big win,
but does that puddle jump him over Vettori?
I think it could put him in a title fight with Vettori, particularly if Izzy wins and decided to go up a division, not to fight Jan, but just to have a go.
But then why would you do that? Why would you go up
because
to 205?
I'm not overly interested in Vettori versus Izzy. I mean, like, do you see Vettori beating Izzy?
No, but then why would he move up, though?
I don't know. I mean, this just goes back to the problem that we were saying. The middleweight division right now feels like there's these top two, and then for me, this still confirms that.
If Adesanya wins, then a move to 205 is plausible, but why move to 205 after what happened the last time? Unless he's taking a year off to... Oh, God, that elbow.
Yeah, no.
Just that
fucking brutal.
They're showing Cannonier that finishing blow on Brunson, and you just see the whiplash. Just...
When you see the bounce and...
Yeah. Your head shouldn't look like it dribbled off the floor.
Yeah.
It should not look like your head hit the parquet floor or something.
Just a little bump-a-dump.
Yeah.
He globetrotted his face. And
hit him with the sweet Georgia Brown?
Yeah. Yeah. What's Cannonier yelling? Give me title? Title shot for me, please? Again.
He wants that shot next. He's calling his shot. He wants that title shot. And well, he's going to at least get $50,000.
Yeah. I think this was a hell of a performance on his part. God damn. This is fucking Derrick Brunson's Gordon Bombay story. You know, another inch this way and I would have got it. Yeah, but another inch that way and you would have missed completely. Yeah. Joshua Jackson was great in that series. Emilio! I'm going to get a water.
I'm Matt Ryan. That was Brendan Sokler. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry for getting hot a moment ago, guys. It has been a stressful week here at the office. Charlene saying how the round break changed the momentum. Yeah, it really did. And Sean O'Malley in the house showing off a condom that was the same color as his hair. That's a choice.
Oh, no.
That's a choice. And the next time we will be with you is Saturday night, March 5th, right back here on Combat Culture. So like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell so you know the next time we go live. And check out some of the great content right here on Combat Culture. You might see some videos from us soon. Who knows? But someone, Douglas Abramsky, saying Cannonier versus Vettori. That could be the next fight because we don't know the next time we'll see Whittaker or Adesanya after this fight tonight.
That's what I was advocating for, Matt. In that, I think both guys could use a little bump in terms of profile, and frankly, I don't know who wins that fight.
Yeah. And also, if you want to see us freak out over a fight, the next fight, guys, is Tai Tuivasa versus Derrick Lewis. Wow. Now, if you've enjoyed the calls so far, if you've enjoyed the program so far, you definitely want to tell a friend.
Yep.
Tell your mother. Tell your cousin. Tell somebody. Call somebody.
So, your ass better call somebody.
Yeah.
The Whitman poem.
Yes.
God.
Walt Assboy Whitman. Damn you, Walt Whitman. But let people know. Share the link on social media. Tag us. Let us know that you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from in the chat. Jonathan Roncone. Matt, do you still do wrestling, and how do we hear you? I am retired from the sport of professional wrestling as an on-camera talent, but you can watch Brendan every single week on Catalyst Wrestling for free on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com. Well, just search Catalyst Wrestling on YouTube. Yeah. Hit the subscribe button. Ring the notification bell. New matches every Thursday at noon. We're also on the Fight Network, now on YouTube TV. So if you have YouTube TV.
On Pluto.
Yeah, we're on Pluto. We're on Tubi. We're on Vudu. We're on everywhere but the big ones.
We are underneath your own bed right now.
Yes, we are. That's where we're doing the show. I'm sorry for the lights being on, but it's the only way we can get it.
But no, please check out Catalyst Wrestling.
Yes,
the off-screen work
please.
by Matt is fantastic.
Please, for the love of God.
The on-screen by me is pretty okay.
Yeah.
We have fun here.
Yeah, we do. Shout out to Ricky watching us from Spain. What's up with you, my friend? We got Steven from Sacramento. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, everything we do. A lot of cool stuff going on in 2022, and we're excited to be a part of it. I own a fucking football league like this. It's a weird thing. A7FL also, returning on March 27th.
George R.R. Martin has a new thing. This looks like a book. A digital adventure. Can he finish a fucking book?
No.
Finish a fucking book, George R.R.
He will not finish a book until the Jets win a championship. Right now, according to DraftKings, Lewis is a minus 195 favorite to Tuivasa, a plus 165 underdog.
Whoever wins this gets to fight George R.R. Martin until he finishes that book. It's not 25 minutes. It's Derrick Lewis or Tai Tuivasa punches him until he finishes.
Shout out to Seth Rotel in Guelph. We've got Brett in Oregon. We've got Blake in Oklahoma. Charlene also from Sacramento. We have a weird amount of fans from Sacramento, a city I've never been to, but I will be in that state next month. Stanley Franklin from Idaho. Shout out to Idaho. What? What's wrong with Idaho?
Yes, you are.
Field. Oh.
Yes, you are.
Oh, yes, that is true.
It is a 4th grade joke, and I love it. And speaking of which, John Roncone, you're a gas. Anyway, here we go.
My whole life, South Sac. What?
Isn't that where it always is? Anyway.
Another person. We got someone from Nebraska. New Zealand. We got someone from New Zealand. Yeah, if you guys are living in New Zealand, and if you're in New Zealand, if you're in Australia, tell your friends, hey, you don't want to pay for the pay-per-view, but you still want to watch it, you want to be a part of Izzy and Bobby Knuckles? Send them the YouTube link. Watch with us, enjoy with us, be the thing. Do the thing. Watch the thing.
Do the do. Yeah.
Charlene's near Sleep Train Arena. Well, it has to be called Sleep Train because that's what the Sacramento Kings make you do. They make you fall asleep.
Oh. I would like to remind everyone as Tai Tuivasa is doing some shoeys, if they both do a shoey, I'll do a shoey. Fuck it.
We got Austin from Hawaii, Samasoni from Australia. Shout out to all of our Australians watching in the chat. We got Tim in Florida. We've got a bunch of Aussies. We got Raul from San Diego. I'll be out that way next month. Derrick by first round KO, according to William on the Facebook chat.
Wow.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I'm so fucking excited.
We almost got 400 in here. I want to see 500 people in this chat by the time this fight happens.
You go outside, you steal people, and tell them, get on your laptop and watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just send them the YouTube link. That's all.
That seems like a way simpler idea.
That's probably the best idea.
3% less kidnapping in that scenario.
Yes.
I'm fucking excited for this, though. Yeah, I mean, like, these are two of my favorite fighters at heavyweight, bar none. I mean, hot damn. For me, it's a question of Derrick Lewis, when he has step-up fights, tends to unfortunately underperform. At a certain point, he has been able to get himself to the highest of highs, having been a title contender. Tai Tuivasa, we can say the same, has not necessarily done the greatest under pressure, but when not under pressure, shoeys all day, baby!
Yeah, this is a big fight for him. We got Martin from Colorado Springs. We got Seth Rotella shouting out DC, always telling me what guys can do or can't do. Can't take that, so you listen to us. Joe Blair saying Sunset Park stand up. Goddamn right!
Yeah.
Jeff Perks from Syracuse. Someone trying to shout out a YouTube channel where you can watch the actual fights, or you can not be a dick and buy the pay-per-view.
Yeah, you know what? That's how some of the fighters get paid the some bucks.
Yes, the moderate amount of money that they're getting paid for the violence. You're taking money technically out of the fighters' hands. We're not doing that, because we're not dicks.
Yeah.
So Austin Cohen asking, what's each of your pick, Brendan? Who you got?
I got Derrick Lewis. Because he is the king of the heavyweight knockouts. He's just too damn good at it. And I can only see Tai Tuivasa getting in a firefight with him. And I don't think that this is going to be an Ngannou-Derrick Lewis situation where they just circle each other. I think they run right at each other and then someone falls down. I think it will be Tai. This will make me sad. If Tai wins, that will also make me sad. I like them both so much.
Either way, I just don't want to have to find you a shoe.
I was planning on it being my own shoe.
Don't ruin your shoes.
Yeah, but then if I drink out of your shoe, like, listen, I don't think you have had COVID in the time that I've known you, but me drinking out of someone else's shoe, that seems like a good way to get
Also,
COVID.
we don't have beer in the studio.
No.
That would... we gotta figure that out.
Well, you got
next
that,
show. We can do the next show.
We can do a next show, or you got that watermelon Mountain Dew and vodka. We'll just put those two together.
We got Malik Holmes from North Carolina. Jer Radcliffe saying Lewis and Adesanya are your next victors. Putting $5 on it.
Could be.
Abramski saying redemption for Lewis. Stick saying Outback Western Australia. Damn, we got people in the fucking Outback watching us.
That's cool as hell.
As a kid from Sunset Park fucking Brooklyn who, as a child, imagined to be the voice of the New York Mets or Monday Night Football, to have people fucking watching me call fights from the Outback in Australia is a really fucking cool thing. I don't say it enough on this show. It's really, really, really fucking cool that
Yeah.
we get to do this for you guys every month. And I'm really happy to do it. I'm happy to do it with one of my best friends.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. And again, thank you guys so much for all the kind words. For those of you that are saying them, and the ones that aren't, go freeze a fart in the freezer and have it with a grapefruit spoon.
Yeah, we got Simone we got Italy in the house. We've got Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The Italy of Pennsylvania.
That is what they say about
Yeah.
Harrisburg. I have been to Harrisburg.
I feel like I've been there once. The former home of WWF TV tapings.
Hey.
And oh no, Derrick Lewis has a towel by his neck. That's not good. I don't know what it's for, but I don't think that's a good thing. Oh no. Oh no.
Don't read too much into it,
I
Matt.
have to. It's my job.
I know.
We got Eric from Alabama, and then on the complete opposite side of things, Wade from Port Macquarie, Australia.
So, question for you: when does the Project Rock material?
Oh, the shoe thing started already. The shoe gimmick started already.
Oh, thank God! I got a pair of those. They're pretty great. Yeah.
Derrick Lewis, the most knockouts in UFC history with 13, second most wins in heavyweight division history with 17, has finished 22 of 26 wins, one of them by submission, 21 by knockout.
How about that? Those apples? How about them? Yeah.
Andy from Texas joining us here tonight. Whole bunch of Australians.
Allentown makes me just think of Billy Kidman.
Joe Blair. Allentown, where Redacted happened. God damn it.
Is Billy Kidman the Redacted?
No.
Is Redacted a shooting star press?
No. We'll talk about it off air.
Sure. Or if I do a shoey, just tell me while I'm doing it.
I'll mute the mic when you do it.
There we go.
Derrick, there's a sign, Derrick do a shoey. Oh,
like I said.
Senor Importante watching us from Boston. Eric saying, Roll Tide. You know what? I'm going to say it now. My college football fandom, I've been a Notre Dame fan for most of my life because I'm Irish and from New York, so that's just kind of the rule. I'm a free agent now.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Lewis 37 to Tuivasa 28. 6'3 to 6'2. Derrick Lewis advantage. Derrick Lewis at the heavyweight maximum 266 to Tuivasa at 265. Derrick Lewis with a 4-inch reach advantage.
Yep.
79 to 75. Sweet backflipping Jesus.
It's like we always say, 4 inches can make all the difference in the world.
Well, that's what I've told people. Marathons from Canada, yes, you count. We love you, Marathon.
Yeah, we
Woo,
count Canada.
Pig Suey. Oh, you're an Arkansas fan. I'm sorry.
I wonder if Shaq's still here. Canada counts. Damn it.
Even if we don't know what time zone you're actually in.
Ever. And we refuse to learn. Because if we are Americans that understood geography, we'd be Canadians.
Not really. Yeah, well, we don't have trucks. Never mind. I'm not going to get into the weeds on that now.
Yeah. Anyway, legal
Boise
there.
State requesting my fandom. I do like blue football fields.
Good.
And now we have two douchebags doing a shoey. One of them's wearing a Naruto shirt, wearing a Houston Astros hat, and a handlebar mustache. That was a thing. That's a sentence I just said.
Yeah, that's the moment that the shoey died for me. I'll still fucking do it if they both do it.
Josh Bart from Palm Springs, California. Shout out to you, sir, for joining us here tonight. I'm really, really, really scared about what the fuck's about to happen in this fight.
A knockout in the first round.
Oh,
That's
you know what? I'm gonna
bold prediction.
I'm gonna let the hair down for this one.
Yeah.
I watch my hair for this.
Ooh. I don't know why you ever put it up. The glorious locks. Tell Matt how great his hair is in the chat.
Oh, Dan Margliano's the referee. Finally seeing him. I don't know how they did the refereeing for this card. Like, I don't know how we got here.
A roll of a D&D dice. It's
yeah,
fine.
makes sense.
Yeah. But here we go, gang. Derrick Lewis looking deathly serious. Tai Tuivasa looking like he's just ready to have a fun time.
Both men dap each other up, and here we go with round one.
Don't blink,
No,
kids.
3 5-minute rounds in the UFC heavyweight division.
This is a Doctor Who episode.
Geronimo, motherfucker. 4:43 left to go in the round. No strikes have been thrown yet. Both men trying to figure each other out. playing a game of fat man chess. Tuivasa feigning the left hand. Goes inside, tries to land the shot to the midsection, does not leg kick, missed by Tuivasa.
I want to see that sequel to the Queen's Gambit. Fat Man Chess.
And Tuivasa making Lewis slide across the octagon to avoid getting leg kicked. That could have ended badly, and Lewis doing a death drop, and that would have not ended well for anybody. 4:08 left to go, and Tuivasa avoiding a punch, and now gets double underhooks, and now has Lewis pressed up against the cage. Okay, we're grappling now.
That's the thing I predicted in this fight was high-level grappling.
Needed a midsection by Tuivasa. Needed the thighs right inside there, trying to get the knee. Lewis now trying to find a way out. 3:40 left to go in the round. Tuivasa keeping his head right against the chin of Derrick Lewis. Knees to the inside of the leg by Tai Tuivasa. Now to the outside of the thigh. Almost caught Derrick Lewis in the dick and balls, but gets the inside of the right thigh.
It's called the extra 4 inches, Matt, and there's a real interesting thing happening here in this press up against the cage.
Yeah.
You have the arms grapevine of Tuivasa by Derrick Lewis, cutting off the blood flow and making him work a bit extra hard, but also Tai Tuivasa regularly kneeing the legs of Derrick Lewis, making his range a little harder. Murgliata separating them, center of the cage, and we're squaring back up.
3 minutes remaining in round number 1 of 3 in the UFC heavyweight division in our co-main event here tonight for UFC 271. Head kick landed by Derrick Lewis. Tuivasa got a hand up, but Derrick Lewis threw a head kick to a shot. Running knee by Derrick Lewis. Tuivasa gets caught by Lewis, pressed up against the fence now, and now he's gonna grapple fuck. What the sweet backflipping Jesus is going on in this goddamn fight?
Kenta, come for your boy. He just hit a Bisaiku knee. Jesus fuck. This is crazy. But yeah.
I got $5. I'm going to end up yelling Emerald Fusion by the end of this fight. Knee to the body by to the thigh, by Tuivasa. Lewis pressed up, now trying to go for a fucking takedown attempt. Tuivasa about to get taken down by Derrick Lewis, a sentence I didn't think I was going to say tonight. But now back up against the fence is Tai Tuivasa, who elbows Lewis in the jaw, switches it up real quickly, and now Lewis is pressed up against the fence. Shot by Tuivasa doesn't land, and now he's still trying to knee the body of Derrick Lewis. Lewis turning it around now, and Derrick Lewis gets a takedown. What the shit is going on?
If this fight ends with a burning hammer, I'm volunteering Matt for a shoey. I think that's only fair.
I will drink a whole bottle of wine. Derrick Lewis punching the shit out of Tai Tuivasa. Tuivasa trying to get up, and Tuivasa and Lewis are in a goddamn firefight.
It was a firefight.
Sweet
it ended.
Jesus.
They're grappling
now. Now they're grappling again.
What the fuck?
It's going from hardcore to softcore faster than you could say Pam and Tommy. Minute 15 left to go in round number 1.
It's going hardcore to softcore faster than you can say ECW to WWECW. It's craziness.
Do-rag Vince forever. Derrick Lewis pressed up against the fence now by Tuivasa, slow dancing like a junior high school prom. 58 seconds left to go. Tuivasa just kneeing into the thigh. Right now, another takedown by Derrick Lewis.
Takeover.
And now it's a variation of a north-south position. It's kind of like a face fuck. Yeah. And Lewis just punching in the face. 2 takedowns landed. The career best for Derrick Lewis.
A front
One
entry.
better than the first.
Front entry put on by Derrick Lewis with a little bit of ground and pound, really pounding away at the arms of Tai Tuivasa, who's trying to get to his feet.
He's on a both men back at a vertical base, and Tuivasa with his hand on his wrist pressed on the border of the fence. Now in a double underhook by Lewis, knee to the body by Tuivasa. 14 seconds left to go in the round, and Derrick Lewis, with 2 takedowns, might win the round. 8 seconds left to go, knee to the body again by Tuivasa, and we will go to the second round more confused than we did coming into the first round, with Derrick Lewis possibly taking this one 10-9.
I want to give the round to Derrick Lewis, but you also had Tai Tuivasa holding up Derrick Lewis against the fence without much effort from Lewis.
But Lewis almost got the stoppage,
Lewis
and he got
almost
two
the stoppage.
takedowns.
But then you also got the firefight after that.
But Tuivasa didn't land as many shots as Lewis.
I would agree. If we ever counted the fight metrics, worth a fuck. But perception being 9/10 the law, I think this might be a closer one with these Texas judges. But then again, it's Texas and Derrick
And you see on the
Lewis.
replay here, Tuivasa missing those punches, getting caught right in the armpit, and Lewis landing some shots there in that firefight. From the camera angle we initially saw, it looked like Tuivasa was landing shots. But when you see the replay of the side angle, he was missing pretty wildly.
No, he was swinging pretty wildly, and Derrick Lewis managed to connect with the middle school punch of, "You're wearing Axe, bro?" right to the armpit. It was great stuff. I like being here.
Matt Ryan, that's Brendan Sokler. And this is UFC 271. We are in our co-main event. If you want to have people watch along and let them know, hey, bro, when's the co-main event? When's the main event? We are in round number 2.
Of the co-main, 2 big meaty boys slapping meat. You gotta love it.
And Jer, sorry, we know you guys can't see the replay. We're trying to explain what the replay was. It looked like initially he landed but did not. 15 seconds gone by in the round, and a leg kick by Tuivasa. An overhand right attempt by Lewis. Only the leg kick lands from the Australian.
It really looked for a second there like the leg kick from Tuivasa fucked up Lewis, and then you start seeing better foot movement from Derrick Lewis than I think I have ever seen, which is weird because, I mean, he's an incredible knockout artist, but he stands there and ends you usually, and punches.
Oh, Lewis lands a shot! Tuivasa on his bicycle! Now Tuivasa pressed up against the fence!
I mean, big shots by Derrick Lewis, and immediately on his ass was Tai Tuivasa towards the fence, grappling once again. Derrick Lewis putting pressure on Tai Tuivasa. Tuivasa not grapevining the arms in the way that we have commonly seen, and now Derrick Lewis might be able to get in some punches. Tuivasa turning the momentum.
Lewis now on his knees. Tuivasa tried to pull a guillotine knee attempt, and a knee landed by Lewis, followed by a right hand. Tuivasa in trouble. Tuivasa getting hit by Lewis, but Tuivasa landed some shots of his own. Both of these guys throwing here. A forearm landed by Tuivasa. Tuivasa eats an uppercut, but lands a shot on Lewis. Tuivasa looking tired. Lewis looking nonplussed. Throwing a left to the jaw. Tuivasa pressing up against Lewis. Forearm. Derrick Lewis got knocked the fuck out. Tai Tuivasa with a Lex Luger-esque forearm knocks out Derrick Lewis in Houston. Holy shitting Jesus. And he does the Eddie Guerrero. Tai Tuivasa has just lit the lamp. God damn.
For the second time today, I'm saying the narcissist can eat it. Good God, was that a forearm right to the head of Derrick Lewis. And no shame in it. It was a perfect shot. God damn.
That was the cleanest forearm I've ever seen in my life.
It was truly something, and we will get a replay of this, and likely y'all will get a replay of this just down the road on MMA Mania. It was a beautiful shot, and honestly, I run this back. I want to see it again.
Fucking every month. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, just
Until I
fight forever, fight forever, fight forever. Yeah. What a beautiful, beautiful
everything
shot.
Let's went plaid for a second. Let's go to the replay here. Lewis landing an uppercut. Tuivasa missing with 2 shots. Lewis getting inside. And now against the fence, that forearm to the jaw, that elbow to the jaw, pardon me. And then Tuivasa just setting it up. Lewis bending down. We'll see it again here on the replay. Holding and then clapping him with that elbow. Just the point of the elbow right there. Yeah. Just caught Lewis on the jaw and just sends him down.
The very loving caress to the face with the I will smush you.
He held him with his left hand and then just clopped him on the jaw, and that was it.
And let's talk about this for a second, Matt. The placement of that. It was not something where the elbow was the point of the jaw. It was right in the ear where the equilibrium is.
Right here.
Where the jaw meets skull.
Yeah. At the jaw, right at the point of the jawline, right underneath the ear. If you press that area, you can feel a shit ton of pain.
Oh yeah, no, there's a pressure point right under there. Your ear is where your equilibrium is, and then your jaw
when it gets hit, you can get knocked out. And he hit the center point of literally all of that with one of the most perfect elbow strikes I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Shoey Mania's running wild, people.
Take a look at the chat. Everybody wants you to take a shoey, but they only will happen if both of them do a shoey.
If both of them
and
do
that
a
is
shoey.
how we will start our next show on March 5th.
Yes.
Shout out to Silver Manic Attack. That is a great YouTube name. A great band name, too. I'd buy that. I'd buy an album from them.
Yeah, I'd buy that album. Done and done.
Freaking bringing it. Great call. Thank you. Dale Garza in shirt Pikachu meme. Bravo. Good
Nice.
line. Good line.
Love it. Who do you put in Tuivasa with next? Like,
Fucking, give him a top 5 guy.
yeah. This magical, wonderful man. I'm so happy. You know
He
what?
hit him harder than I've ever seen someone get hit. Like, that elbow was the cleanest elbow I've ever seen.
Well, you know what it reminded me of? Was a grounded John Jones elbow. But I've never seen it standing like
No, because he held him perfectly in place. Derrick Lewis walking out of the cage in his hometown.
You don't get the extension normally from there.
But it was so... It's
But he
such...
had him.
Did Tuivasa TKO him? He knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, no shame on Derrick Lewis. Like, Derrick Lewis was winning that fight. Could have got the knockout. Could have got the sub in round 1.
Yeah.
Like, we see it here, just holding him perfectly in place, and then just finding that point, just finding that directional point of elbow to jaw.
It also seemed, Matt, that he was using his left hand to push him against the cage, and it was the last second made that turn to almost what, like, half a Muay Thai grip would be, to have him, place him, wreck him.
He held him in a way you would hold a lover.
When I said
It's
it was
such an intimate...
Yeah, just...
Douglas Abramsky on YouTube saying short arms, high torque. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. Shout out to all 490 of you watching us now on Combat Culture. We're getting ready for the main event. We might have to wait a while for the main event.
Jesse Holland pointing out, Texas 0-3 tonight. To which I could say they could do better.
I'm Matt Ryan. This is Brendan Sokler. The name's at the bottom of the gimmick here. We'll cut back to our main feed here so you can see our beautiful faces.
Yeah. Don't miss out on the goods. These are the goods.
Shout out to Jesse Holland, the boss, watching us tonight. Hi, Jess. And now, right now, someone doing someone having a shoe that says "drink."
West?
Yeah, I get, or West drink, and now both of them doing a shoey with a beer that probably costs $18.50, and this guy not even drinking it, mostly letting it fall on his The Rock in 1999 shirt or Jerry Lawler Now shirt.
That was a $20,000 shirt, Matt.
I remember buying it in No Mercy, our second No Mercy reference here today.
There we go. Also, Derrick Lewis fucking off means we didn't get the double shoey. We didn't get the pair.
So you don't have to do a shoey.
I don't have to.
But if you do want us to do a shoey to start the next show, right now our donations are at $54. If our donations tonight...
Break a hundo?
If we break a hundo, yeah.
Yeah. I'll do a shoey if we break a hundo. Done and done. Yes. What a fucking fight.
God damn, I love mixed martial arts.
Yeah, so let's talk about the heavyweight division writ large. So, it's fairly stacked. I feel like we have a fairly decent division right now, which is not something I often say with the heavyweight division.
Did Lewis go over or under 1.5? I think we went over.
I think we went over, yeah. I would be interested in seeing Derrick Lewis have... Well, you had Arlovsky just get a win.
Yeah. We're not going to do Lewis and Arlovsky.
I don't think we are, but I'd like to watch the boxing in that.
I would be very happy to watch that fight.
But who do you put Tai Tuivasa against? Who is even... I mean, Cyril, the loser of... Cyril Gahn could potentially be...
Yeah.
Thing for time.
Someone's asking, what the fuck is a shoey? Well, a shoey is when you pour a beer into a shoe and then drink it.
Yeah.
Jared Radcliffe saying balderdash. That's a good word.
I like that.
That's a top 10 word.
Jared Radcliffe secretly being Joe Biden.
Also, shout out to the channel that was trying to steal our viewers. Fuck you.
Who the fuck was
I don't
that?
know. I blocked them.
I'll fight them.
Where is Stipe? It's a good question.
Yeah.
Doing Manscaped commercials
And
that are uncomfortable to watch, involving him and his wife.
listen, he is either saving children from fires or Manscaped commercials.
You should not be a former world heavyweight champion and a shoot fireman at the same time.
And yet, it seems to have been working for him. One could say it's the Manscaped commercials that really fuck things up.
Well, that's what's. I think he got paid more to do Manscaped than he did either to fight and or do or be a firefighter.
What are you talking about? Dana White pays his fighters things.
Does he? Blake Lennon donating $1.99 to the cause. How do you spell Shoey? I think Shoey doing S-H-O-E-Y.
Yeah, no, I think that is the common vernacular. But after you've had 14 of them, you don't spell it at all.
Adrian in the chat saying better than Garbrandt doing ED commercials. That's true.
Well,
That's very true.
he does have a problem staying up. One of my favorite fighters of all time. He really needs to stop losing.
We're getting towards the main event.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, I'm Matt Ryan. That's Brendan Sokler. We just saw the greatest elbow in the history of modern UFC heavyweight MMA.
Well,
A picture.
hold on.
It was the most romantic elbow I've ever seen.
I would put that over the Dan Henderson, Hector Lava.
I said heavyweight.
That's heavyweight. You're right.
Shout out to Fuck You Gravity 39 donating $10 to the cause. I hate gravity too, but you know, it does keep us on the ground.
Yeah.
Keeps us grounded.
Yeah. Something needs to. My in the mirror affirmations got me floating, baby.
Shout out to Joe Blair in the chat. Waggity schmaggity Brendan Comedy. That was actually the original name of this show.
That was also my full birth name and Hebrew name together. Schmackety is the Jewish part.
Was Shecky Green the rabbi at your bar mitzvah?
Yes, obviously. We did a twofer. I waited on the bris. Great calamari was served. Anyway.
We're waiting on the main event for the pay-per-view tonight. Let us know when you think the main event's going to happen. Jesse Holland in the chat. If Rosenstreich gets past Tybura, then let's do Rosie Lewis Bang Tango. Yes! Rosenstreich and Derrick Lewis. Give me that now. Give me that now.
I'm ready for it. And I'm also demanding it get called in a Bang Tango match.
That should be the subheading for the card.
Yes. UFC Bang Tango.
That should be the name of the show, Bang Tango.
It would be sponsored by Bang Energy. And
the soundtrack by YOLO Tango.
I like it. I vote yes.
We are down the road from WFMU, so it all kind of does make sense.
That sounds like a thinly veiled insult. WFMU.
I love WFMU.
I bet you would.
White guy in his early 30s who looks like this? Yes, I am the target audience for WFMU. We're just making obscure New York radio references, but this is Brendan Sokler. I'm Matt Ryan. Joe Blair, UFC Bango Tango on Fight Island.
It's called Bango Tango Island. Come on. It's right there.
Austin asking who's getting knocked out by Francis next. Right now, it seems to be Steve. It's going to be Stipe.
The Democratic Republic of Bango Tango.
Isn't that where Sammy Hagar moved?
Yeah.
Wow, we are getting into our morning show fucking Zoo Crew jokes. We are filling time, everybody. Oh shit, we might actually have the walkouts early. It's 12:10 and we're doing... They said hose it down and keep it fucking moving.
I might get home at a decent hour.
I'm going to get another cup of coffee really quick while
Matt's
they do the walkouts.
Definitely going to get home at a decent hour. Because he's here. I did have that Cabo Wabo once.
How was it?
It was pretty good, but I also didn't know better tequila at the time. I also saw Sammy Hagar as the frontman for Van Halen. I didn't know there were better Van Halen frontmen at the time also, so...
Gary Sharon?
How dare you? That's a bit extreme, Matt.
Look, more than words will say how I feel about this.
Oh, god damn it. I feel like there's probably 10, maybe 5% of people that get all our shitty references, and they're dying inside. So, thank you for being here.
I'm dying on the inside and the outside.
Put in the chat what your favorite Van Halen frontman or tequila is.
Robert Whittaker being the first one to walk out, which is not a normal thing for him.
No, because he's been champion. He's a big talented boy. What is this?
Let people know, let everyone in your life that you love and care about know that it is fucking main event time. Adesanya Whittaker 2. Get the fuck up and let's go. Let's fucking go, Brendan.
I feel like this will meet all my expectations that I had for Matrix Resurrections.
Oh, you saw that movie?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was HBO Max.
Oh, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Joe Blair says, I feel seen with that comment, Brendan. Alex Figueroa, Coheed and Cambria better than Van Halen? It's a big take.
That's a big...
Stanley Franklin and Martin Morford pissed at you because Sammy is the better frontman?
Listen, that show was fucking amazing. So there was some scaffolding. He ran across the 60-foot scaffolding. I saw Eddie Van Halen play his guitar with a power drill, and then the bassist playing a Jack Daniels bass take out a bottle of Jack Daniels and drink it while he continued playing the bass. It was a hell of a show. Not an actual knock to Sammy Hagar, but can he karate kick?
That's fair. Third most significant strikes in UFC middleweight history with 825, Robert Whittaker. Sweet backflipping baby Jesus.
Oh my god. Or as we call him, Bobby Green.
Someone says I look like Claudio Sanchez. Who is Claudio Sanchez?
I don't know, but
Someone
you
let
should
me
look him up and be like, is it cute? Am I cute?
Austin saying I'm just not old enough or white enough to know about Van Halen. Fair.
Fair. I mean, you could get into their music. You might as well jump to it. You could be running with the devil in no time. I live my life like there's no tomorrow.
God, I wish your life had no tomorrow.
Yeah. My tomorrow wishes that I had no tomorrow.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Love you, pal.
I love ya. So glad to have you guys here for what should be an incredible main
Cat's
event.
Meow is 61 years old watching us. Claudio Sanchez is the lead singer of Coheed and Cambria. Is it the hair?
I'm looking him up.
I know what he
want
looks
to know.
like. I don't look that much I don't look like him.
Yeah,
Whittaker, Stephen Lemonier saying Whittaker with the upset.
I mean,
It's the hair.
In the regard that I could hide things in his hair and
It
want
also is just like the water.
Yeah, it's
I showered before the show, so my hair is like wet.
He's got that Garnier Fructis shit going. Speaking of Matrix shit right now.
Oh, what in the... Oh, it's a Matrix themed entrance.
It's...
Oh, shit. Shucky ducky.
Oh.
Here we go. Adesanya making the Goldberg walk to the octagon.
You know, from being a wrestling fan and also being a political fan, it was something really weird to me when someone was like, why do you keep quoting Herman Cain? I was like, no, that's not where I got that from. But Adesanya looking like he's just so fucking cool.
Yeah, he's just a guy. He is the meme lord of the Ultimate Fighting world.
Yeah.
Shout out to John Ron Cohen donating another $4.99 to the cause.
Yeah.
This guy is like side funding our entire existence. 566 watching us right now. We want to see that number build up. Shout out to everybody. Austin saying Stylebender in 3. Raiden saying Gary Sharon was the best frontman for Van Halen. I fucking told you. And here comes Adesanya. No dancing, no fall de roll, no. And a little bit of
He's appreciating his own hands,
yes.
but that's about what we got here. And you know, I really do think this is going to be
Adesanya, born in Lagos, Nigeria, the ancestral home of the Great Power Udi, will be making his way to the ring. If you don't know who the Great Power Udi is, as soon as this show's off of the air, please look that up.
Is that the person who does the stuff.
Saxophone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that? Awfully nifty, gang. Man.
And Olive making an appearance in studio for the first time tonight.
You didn't want to miss an Adesanya fight, did you?
No, she did not.
Yeah. The tail started wagging.
Oh, yeah, she's a big Izzy Adesanya.
Is he? Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of the stats for Adesanya, current UFC middleweight champion, second longest win streak in the division with 10, third most knockdowns in the division's history with 11. Alex Figueroa with the big question here. Bon Scott or Brian Johnson? Oof.
I'm going Brian Johnson. I'm sorry, Bon. You were amazing. You had big balls, but...
That first album, though.
That first album was incredible, yeah. To me, that's like saying bourbon or scotch.
Also,
both are correct.
Also, Bon Scott was in Empire Records.
Yes. Yes, he was. And, God, AC/DC, hell of a band.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a spicy take on this white guy's part, saying AC/DC is good. Fuck me. What are we doing? Cognac is Austin is their blues album. I'm just throwing that
Let's
out there.
take a look at the tail of the tape. Adesanya 32, Whittaker 31. How is Adesanya older than Whittaker? Adesanya 6'4" to Whittaker 6 foot. Both of them at 184, 1 pound below the championship minimum. Adesanya with a 6.5 inch reach advantage, 80 to 73.5.
You know, they do say that 6.5 inches.
Yeah, that is a vastly big difference. I just, you know what I've realized? I don't want Bruce Buffer's jacket. I want his bow tie because it is a blue velvet bow tie. How do you tie that effectively? How is that not a clip-on?
With washed hands that are very dry.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We are getting ready. The judges for tonight's main event, Mike Beltran, Doug Crosby, and they cut away from it as soon as the third judge was announced. William Duvall or Lane Staley? Lane Staley.
Lane Stanley.
Easy answer.
Obviously. Come on. Bow ties are cool.
Yes.
Damn it.
Stanley Franklin picking Izzy in the third. All right, right here, right now, who wins?
Izzy in the second.
Izzy in the second.
Izzy in the second.
I think this goes third round or better.
I actually think it probably goes in the third, but I didn't want to say the same thing that Stanley Franklin said.
I think it's
a good take, Stanley.
I think it's gonna be third or fourth. Like I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Well, I think we either get a firefight in the first round or a feeling out process in the first round. But I do think it's something where that energy, whichever, is going to take the entire first, and then within the second, we start really getting into, okay, who went in this? Who went in this?
Yeah.
But this has that big fight feel, man, which I think is really important and really impressive when we talk about how thin the middleweight division has been. But these two guys, I'd say, are stars. And also, both men have that crossover potential in spades, kids.
Whittaker, a plus 225 underdog. That's a little too much shade.
That's a little too much, but I mean the injuries and things.
Yeah,
the
like
layoffs.
I get it, but his complete, like his reemergence after that fight.
So talk about his comeback fight and his general journey for those that don't know, because he has had quite the journey to get back to this title.
Yeah, so he's got a 3-fight winning streak, all of them by unanimous decision though. Darren Till, Jared Cannonier, and Calvin Gastelum. Really, I get the plus 225 because he had to go the distance against those three guys. Mm-hmm. But, you know, Adesanya ended a 9-fight win streak over Whittaker. And you started to see a bit of the turn in the first two Romero fights. The first fight was a unanimous decision. The second one was a split decision where you could have gave Romero the win. I think missing weight was the big problem for Yoel Romero in those fights. So Whittaker may not be at the peak of his career, but he's still Bobby Knuckles. I think that we're not going to see a knockout from him tonight. If he gets the win, it's going to be on points.
See, I have a slightly different take with him. I think it's something where he has learned to train in a bit of a different way. I think he might have a better gas tank now than he did previously, because I think he's probably going to be a bit more judicious with what he's putting behind these strikes and putting it a bit more into accuracy. But when you talk about accuracy, Israel Adesanya, good God.
Also, I'll say, put in the chat if you can think of a single UFC fighter that is as handsome as Israel Adesanya. I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. Costa? No, he beat him. He made him less handsome. Well done.
And here we go. You see some of the comments in the chat right now. Let us know your prediction. And here we go with round number 1 of 5 for the UFC Middleweight title. Both men standing in the center of the octagon. Whittaker taking up the most space. He'll pressure Adesanya. Adesanya on the outer edge will step inside a little closer. Both men with their hands a little high, not around the face. Feigning that switch is Adesanya. Leg kick missed by Whittaker. Whittaker missing again with another leg kick. Adesanya using his reach to his advantage. He's got the height and reach advantage. Both men at the same weight tonight, 184 pounds. 30 seconds gone by, no real action yet from either fighter.
I mean, this is that feeling out that I was talking about, Matt. I mean, both are so dynamic within their movement and are also don't want to gas. This is a 5-round fucking fight.
Mm-hmm. Adesanya stopped them in the second in their first fight. So right here, right now, ooh, a leg kick missed hard by Whittaker. Is the feeling out process, but
Adesanya looks, I mean, height-wise, so much taller when he's actually at his full base, but he sits so low to throw these kicks. You also have a fairly big bend from Whittaker in a more traditional boxer stance right now.
Yeah, Whittaker missing hard with a leg kick with the right hand, left hand landed by Adesanya. Adesanya standing in the center of the octagon looking for an opportunity. Feigning that right leg kick. He is loading up that right leg, trying to set something up. Ooh, almost landed a head kick and missed a push kick, did the champion. The champion putting the pressure on the challenger now. 3:23 left to go in the round. Leg kick landed by Adesanya. Whittaker missing with an uppercut. The reach, a huge disadvantage here for the former champion. Adesanya having a good feel for where he is, where his spacing is, and really controlling the distance here in the early going around one. And your referee in this fight, by the way, as we didn't mention it earlier, is Herb Dean, making his first appearance of the main card here tonight. Leg kick landed by Adesanya. 2:54 left to go in the round.
I mean, it is a slow feeling out round. It is what I was saying earlier, but you start to see Izzy uncorking some of these leg kicks, which I think will be so important in terms of taking away Whittaker's base and his ability to move out of range just so he can pick him apart.
Once again, I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Brendan Sokler. 2:32 left to go. Couple of shots landed by Whittaker, and Adesanya automatically landing another leg kick after feigning a shot to get Whittaker away from him. 2:22 left to go in round number 1 in this 5-round fight for the UFC Middleweight Championship of the World at UFC 271. Leg kick missed by Adesanya. Left that leg lingering a little too long. In a 90-degree angle did the champion, but he's adding pressure on the Whittaker, trying to pressure the former champion and Twitch stream enthusiast with 2:01 left to go in the round. That's not a bad thing, by the way. I'm just trying to find other things to say. And Whittaker, fighting his way out of a jam, was pressed up against the fence after a kick attempt by Adesanya. Whittaker just trying to play keep away. Leg kick again landed by the former champion. Whittaker down! He tripped after a shot from Adesanya, gets right back up. It looks like that ankle's giving him a little bit of a problem. Looks like the right ankle might be in trouble.
Well, the leg kicks that he hit, Matt, I mean, you also got one to the outside to the ACL, MCL area, and then you got that inner one that John Jones always gets a little bit of shit for, but it was not
takedown
a push
attempt
kick.
stuffed by Adesanya.
It wasn't a push kick. It was a regular kick, but to the inside of the leg, and that can fuck you right up, fam.
We had a little bit of a car crash there. Adesanya landing a kick to the knee, but Whittaker fighting out of it with an overhand right that barely missed the champion. Minute 5 left to go in round number 1. Trying to find pressure here is the champion. Pressing Whittaker up against the fence, not throwing strikes, but utilizing his distance. Landed a left, but tried to fake a left leg kick. Leg kick that time, a right leg kick landed to the knee of the challenger. Under a minute now, 48 seconds left to go.
Oof.
A left uppercut landed by Adesanya. Snapping that left leg with a kick is the current champion Adesanya. Steps back to the center of the octagon, adjusts his shorts, and now in the bit of the Eddie from Tekken fight stance is the current champion. 31 seconds left to go in round number 1. Whittaker trying to go for a takedown. Adesanya finding a way out of that, and also an aborted knee attempt by Whittaker. Whittaker missing with a right hand. Adesanya tried to land a shot, but Whittaker covered up. 17 seconds left to go. Another leg kick and a beautiful setup jab into a body kick by Adesanya. 10 seconds left to go in the round.
I mean, it's being said in the chat, oh man, if Whittaker doesn't speed things up. It's hard to speed things up when your front leg has been taken out the way it is. Like, it's something where Whittaker also tried to do.
Little laceration on the bridge of the nose, too, for Whittaker.
Yeah, little laceration there, which can also get into your breathing apparatus. But a thing that I thought was really telling, Matt, was the Frankie Edgar, I'm going to hit you on my way out if you engage with me, stuff that Whittaker was doing was successful for, like, the second of seconds. Yeah. And then Izzy caught wind of that game. And when you see the difference just in the way the two men look right now, it feels like Izzy has things going his way. And we get a replay of that leg kick really getting right under the hamstring.
Yeah, it caught the hamstring and it caught the knee, but also how Whittaker planted his foot. His left ankle kind of turned a little bit, might have twisted his ankle. Whittaker taking the opportunity to sit. Adesanya was standing the entire time. Yeah. Max Owings calling out Izzy this round. Matthew Good asking, how do you score that round? I give it 10-9 Adesanya.
I'd give it 10-9 Adesanya. I think he very clearly won that round. Also, he seems to be in a fantastic place of composure right now.
He's not overconfident. Leg kick landed by the champion right now. Plus 450 underdog, minus 800 favorite for Adesanya. Whittaker missing hard with a leg kick. Perfect positioning by Adesanya to avoid that. But if he landed that, whew.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive strikes getting thrown, but also Whittaker coming out with a lot more aggression than what we saw in the first.
Double jab by Whittaker. Whittaker with a powerful hook. Does not land. There's that ankle again. Another leg kick right at the left ankle by Adesanya. Just trying to pick away, changing his stance as the champion. Leading with his left now. Whittaker in a boxing stance, really trying to throw blows with the current champion. Adesanya using his reach, playing keep away right now. Head kick attempt feigned by Adesanya. Now getting Whittaker back on his bicycle, stepping back. Whittaker cannot step on his back foot. He's got to keep going forward. But right now, Adesanya keeping the pressure on Whittaker, having Whittaker fight from a defensive position, which he's not really comfortable doing.
No, it's when he is moving forward, he is doing the work. When he is on his bicycle, it's just not going well for him, and he looks a little confused moving backwards. But also, is there anything more ominous than Izzy switching a stance slowly into, I have a new way to murder you?
Right now, and someone asking what the damage is being done.